Hannity has the smallest penis, I think, that he's ever seen.
End of the month, cash spent. Thirst trap, gonna pay my rent. Cash spent. Thirst trap, gonna pay my rent. End of the month, cash spent. Thirst trap, gonna pay my rent. Cash spent. Thirst trap, gonna pay my rent.
Yo, yeah.
Yo. Welcome up. Whoa.
Happy Monday.
Happy Monday, guys.
Week of February 19th, 2024.
Let's go.
Hello. Thanks for clicking on it.
2024, eat our ass. 2024, you can't even handle the ass.
Wait, jeez. Eat. Yeah.
Good
hi.
morning.
Good morning.
It's Monday night football.
We're still doing it. Still doing the podcast.
Still doing the podcast. No one can fucking
No.
talk us out of it.
It's a free country.
People have tried.
Yeah. Feelings are hurt this morning. I put a clip up. It's on YouTube, and a lot of people are responding to it. And
Crispy Human Bacon said,
not everyone should have a podcast.
"Fuck you, Crispy Human. Eat our dick."
Yeah, I'll sick Alexis on you. Crispy
Yeah,
Human.
Crispy Human, you better watch out.
Oh my God. Well, yeah.
We have a good guest.
We have a good guest
We have
today.
a good
Our guest
honestly,
today.
hold on. Honestly, this guest is probably one of my favorite people that I've met.
Yeah?
Yeah.
For real? You mean
For
that?
real,
I
yeah.
can tell you mean that.
Yeah.
You're not lying.
Dude, Alex is the best.
Alex Pischera.
Alex Pischera is the guest. Secret guest. I feel like Alex understands our dynamic
Yeah.
because he has his own version of his, like,
What's Alex's version? Crystal?
yeah.
But they're like seriously dating.
No, I meant like
But we're not
dealing with
seriously dating.
a dramatic person.
Crystal's dramatic?
No.
I think Chris or is Alex the dramatic one? Oh, someone else.
Someone else. Alex isn't dramatic.
Are you talking about Dean?
Yeah, of course.
Oh, yeah. We get into that on today's podcast. I asked him point blank if him and Dean David have ever been in a fight. So stay tuned for that.
Yeah. Stay tuned. Couples getting fights, friends getting fights, lovers getting fights.
Yeah, exactly. Dealing with a dramatic person. That's give me that citrus. Well,
Plot twist, David's the dramatic one.
Am I the dramatic one? No, you are.
No,
Clearly.
you're the dramatic one.
Yeah. So Alex is 32 years young.
10 years in corporate America.
Yeah, he's a corporate comic. I love that. We nerd out in the first part of this interview. I asked him all about corporate America.
I'm sure he loves talking about it.
Oh, yeah. Dude, we do.
Yeah.
Dude, people never get a chance to brag about their LinkedIn resume. And he's got a badass one.
Hell yeah.
Not to get him fired right away, but, nobody will find it.
Nobody's going to find it.
Yeah. We'll leave that in a second. But, yeah, he went to Northeastern University in Boston, which is not Northwestern, but
Not
it's
Northwestern.
still very good skew.
Hell yeah.
In his introduction to corporate America, good story about he pulled an all-nighter working on a paper, and then he went into this interview in Manhattan and just came clean and said he had not slept. He was cracked out on Adderall. And the guy was like, oh, my God, that's honest.
Dude.
Hired this man.
Hell yeah.
Be honest in job interviews.
Exactly.
Which, speaking of, you just got a new job.
Just got a new job.
What are you doing? Tell the folks at home.
I don't want to do... No. It's a corporate job, and I want to keep it secret.
Yeah. Corporate.
It's not. It's good, though. I'm excited.
Mm-hmm.
I keep my work life.
You can't tell anybody about your...
I don't know.
Okay, fine.
But have you ever stayed up writing a paper?
Yeah, I have.
Yeah.
It's not good usually.
Dude.
Like, I got a really bad grade on mine when I stay up all night.
Not to brag, I got an A.
Yeah?
Stayed up.
You and Alex,
12-page
dude.
paper.
Yeah. Alex was a 20-pager.
Hell yeah,
and,
dude.
just powered through. Adderall, just focused.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, when I do that, it's, my brain goes in circular logic and I just can't, And then I just crumble and cry and ask the professor for an extension. That's what I did.
Ask the professor for an extension.
Yep, I'm a bitch. Alex is not.
Marketing.
Yeah, so he's in search engine optimization, like helping people find shit at marketing. It's more complicated than that, but he explains why this show will never grow or be monetized. Apparently, when you put suicide in the title of your show, it doesn't work good.
Yeah.
He
As much as the man wants to keep us down, they don't want to keep us down.
What? You know, if you say it with confidence, yeah.
Yeah.
Man, the man does not want to keep us down.
Right. But the man, come on, a BetterHelp subscript or whatever. What do you call it?
BetterHelp, yeah.
Yeah. Come on, BetterHelp.
Yeah, we're helping BetterHelp get people.
This is an ironic podcast about suicide.
For sure.
We're getting the message out there.
Yep.
People are not alone. If you feel alone, call somebody.
Yeah, exactly. We're talking about VR porn. Have you ever watched VR porn, Alexis?
Oh, I wish.
Okay. You wish?
I wish. No VR.
Get a VR headset. Test it out.
No.
Okay. Fine. Oh, what else?
David puts himself on the cross, comes out to Alex as a young Republican.
Yeah, I volunteered for the Young Republicans back in the day to help
Oh.
Senator Johnny Isaacson in Georgia. I had a friend working there. Sorry. It's fine. We talk politics.
I'm sorry.
I think Alex still likes me. I don't know.
I'm sure he still likes you.
I'm not political today.
Yeah.
It's honesty. Whatever.
David doesn't care about politics anymore. He's gotten into suicide podcasts.
Suicide podcast. Yeah. That's bipartisan. All right.
Yeah, everyone wants
Everybody.
to kill himself.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah, I asked him if he feels dumb dating a doctor.
That's a good question. How would you feel dating a doctor?
Dumb.
Yeah.
Dumb. Especially his girlfriend because she like sequences genomes.
Dude,
Yeah.
that's like
But it's okay.
That's like
You
theoretical.
cannot be threatened by a powerful, smart woman, you know?
Good.
See?
Oh my God.
I'm not
Look,
Republican-
David is
I'm not Republican
learning.
anymore.
David is learning. We love that.
Yeah, yep. And then we snuck in a little sports talk at the end. We talked Giants, Eli Manning, the Packers. So if you're a sports fan, stick around for that.
Hell yeah. Stick
I
around.
think it's good. I like sports. And you're coming around on football, right?
Nope.
Okay, well, whatever.
But, people got to have their passions and their hobbies. And
Whatever keeps you going.
I am glad. Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
This is a suicide podcast.
Yeah.
So if you like sports,
Mhm.
fucking scream it to the mountaintops
Yep. So Alex runs a great show.
every Tuesday.
Alex.
And I was
going to say Alex
Aggra-
and Alex alone runs Aggressively Chill.
Oh, yeah.
No,
Aggressively Chill is
Every
8.
Tuesday at 8 o'clock
Gold
at
Sounds.
Gold Sounds in Bushwick.
It's one of the best shows in Brooklyn.
Mm-hmm.
And there's karaoke afterwards. I don't know if that makes it better or worse for some people, but it's always a fun time.
It's always good.
The whole bar gets into it.
Yep. All right, that's it. Only Friends comedy on Saturday.
Oh, yeah.
There's a
Don't
show.
forget about OnlyFriends.
Yep. And Green Valesi comedy, I guess, if you're still watching.
Greenville SC Comedy, come on.
They are.
They're breaking away because you're breaking away.
No. Just keep supporting Green Valesi comedy.
Yeah, dude.
Yep. All right.
And if you don't, we'll come and find you and make you eat clementines.
Yeah.
Get your vitamin C's up.
Got anything else?
It's winter.
Yep. Okay. That's it for the intro. Thanks again.
Enjoy the episode.
Yeah. Hope you have a great week.
Watch-
Enjoy the episode with
watch-
Alex.
Watch it.
Watch it. All right. See ya.
Bye.
Alex, you look good.
Oh, I don't know.
Very good.
I'm very worried about
The
it.
sweater's not too big.
It feels like it's too
You
big
think
for
it's
this
too big?
chair. Yeah, for sitting in this chair. Yeah.
Because the chair's too small.
I don't know. No, it's not that the chair's too small. Oh, the ghost just
The
entered.
ghost door's opening.
Does that door just open like that?
I don't know. It's
Wow.
kind of a shitty apartment. to
No,
be
I
honest.
like your apartment.
I mean, it's fine.
Yeah.
It's good.
Yeah.
It's on the 5th floor.
It's on the 5th floor.
Yeah.
Little out of breath.
Yeah.
Yeah. Can't get much furniture up those stairs.
No.
That's the problem.
No.
Yeah.
I sold everything I owned when I moved here,
Wow.
or almost.
Make some cash.
Actually, no. I think I gave it away. I gave
you
it
didn't
away.
sell it.
I didn't sell it. No. Gave it away. Bought these and had them delivered. All the
Nice.
stuff that's here's been delivered.
Nice. Nice.
Alex Pischera.
Is this how we start?
Yeah, sure. This is
Okay.
how we do it. How was your day, Alex?
Oh, it was good. Work from home.
Yeah.
And was just kind of looking forward to this because it was an excuse to get off work early.
Yeah.
So that was nice.
I'm glad you mentioned work because you're a modest guy, but I stalked your LinkedIn today.
Yeah, I saw that you connected with me on LinkedIn like an hour ago. Thank you. I accepted.
Dude, LinkedIn's like that. You know, they tell you like when somebody like looks at your page. So
I did.
it's
I
like-
looked at it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you connected with me, so I did
Right.
look at it.
Oh, I think it also tells you if somebody just even looks.
Oh,
I think it
okay.
might give you notification, but
Yeah.
yeah, you're kind of a big deal. I had some
Big deal. Jeez,
yeah.
I don't know about that.
Yeah, you're an associate director.
That's right. I'm an ass director.
Ass director.
I direct ass at my agency.
Formerly senior search strategist.
Yeah.
You managed and oversaw a team of strategists responsible for all paid search strategies.
That's right.
Media strategist, media analyst, dude.
You're reading off my resume.
Yeah.
I like it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I gotta update that. I got a few more bullet points to add.
No, but you like have a real corporate job.
10 years in digital advertising.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and not to out anything, you know.
No, you didn't mention the company names. That's good.
Yeah, right.
I wouldn't do that.
I
yeah.
didn't, I didn't write that down.
Yeah,
Nice.
good.
What are your thoughts on corporate America? Because like of all comics that I know, like if you, well, I guess I would say a minority of them have a job
Yes.
in corporate America. So-
Definitely. Yes. Just my general thoughts on it.
Yeah, yeah.
I hate working. I hate the
hate my
fakeness and the sort of like fake small talk and like all the classic stuff, you
Yeah.
know, that people don't like about corporate America. But I will say, I don't come from money, you know.
Uh-huh.
So the ability to like have a stable, reliable income and like a career trajectory and growth.
Yeah.
I kind of committed to that a long time ago.
Yeah.
And we'll see how long I ride it out for. You know, I don't
Mm-hmm.
know. I'm 32 now.
Yeah.
I've been in it for 10 years. I hate working. I'll say that again. Work is what drove me to comedy for sure.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah. Right. And you have a corporate job.
Mm-hmm.
So like we're just two comedians
Two
who have corporate jobs.
Corporate schlubs.
Yeah.
Not schlubs, corporate.
Slaves, wage
Yeah.
slaves.
Well, I kind of wanted to ask how you felt about it like
Yeah.
10 years ago when you started.
I was
Did your
excited.
view of it when you started?
I was
Yeah.
excited when I started.
Okay.
Yeah, I went to college, went to
Mhm.
Northeastern University in Boston. I went to business school.
Go Huskies. I had that.
There you go.
Yeah.
Wow. You do your
Northeast
research.
University. Yes.
That's right. Yeah. A lot of people mistake us for Northwestern.
Okay.
And I mean, Northeastern's a good school, but
Not quite as-
Northwestern is like a really good school.
Yeah.
And I think when I tell like idiot comedians that I went to Northeastern, they
Right.
think I'm, because they go, oh, wow. And I think they think I mean Northwestern, but I stopped correcting people.
Right. But it's still a really good school.
It's a good school. It's a good
Yeah.
school. Yeah, it
Hell
is.
yeah.
It's a good school.
Hell yeah.
I think they're like, I saw this the other day, the 5th most applied to school, private university in the country.
How many students?
So there was about 15,000 undergrad when I was there,
Nice.
10 or 15, but like with grad school, they have a big grad program. It's like 25,000.
Uh-huh.
The thing is not all of those people are on campus at one time
Okay.
because they have something called a co-op program
Mm-hmm.
where every undergrad has to do a minimum of 2 6-month stints with a real company, like
Tight.
a real job, where they don't go to classes and they just work for a company for
That's
6
cool.
months.
They're teaching you the street smarts up front.
Well, they're
like-
building your resume before you
Yeah.
graduate, and then that helps them because the job rate, like the rate at which graduates get jobs,
Yeah.
is super high for Northeastern.
Yeah, yeah.
Because they've already been working with these companies.
Okay.
Like I got a really good and you have to interview too. You don't just get the jobs.
Mhm.
So like the companies will come on campus and they will interview all of the students and they'll select maybe 1 or 2 for their position.
Okay.
And like I was in the marketing focus.
yeah.
And like the really like sought after job was the Adobe job.
Ooh.
And I got the Adobe job.
Hell yeah, dude.
And that
Look at this.
was awesome.
Yeah.
Like that was a big deal for me.
Why was Adobe the sought after job? Creatively, was it like cool? Like
It was a
they do
known
video,
brand.
known
It was a
brand?
known brand, and it was seen as an emerging industry at the time. Digital marketing,
Okay.
you know, it still kind of is, but
Mhm.
but like even more so then. You know,
Yeah.
now they have like digital marketing like majors and minors. Back then
Right.
they didn't even have that. You know,
Okay.
'cause it was too like new.
Okay.
But I graduated in like 2014, so like
Okay.
we're talking like 2013, 2012.
Yeah, word. Okay.
I mean, like, this is when, like, Google ads and Facebook ads, like, they were just,
Yeah.
like, in their infancy, kind of, you know?
Okay.
So, yeah.
So
it
you,
was.
so
it
you
was
got that job with Adobe? Did you work with Adobe as
yeah,
your
for
first
6
job
months.
out of school?
Well, no, I didn't. Because I had to go back to classes for another, like, year and a half.
Okay.
And I could have done a third co-op. A lot of people did that.
Right.
But I didn't do that because I got the Adobe one on my second.
Yeah.
So I was like, let me end strong.
Yeah.
And I got a job offer while I was doing my finals.
Yeah.
So I already had, like, a job offer at this other company lined up.
Okay. Dude, you did this perfectly.
I was pretty happy with myself for how I made it out of school. And
yeah,
it was it went well.
Did you have a lot of anxiety about it? Like, I'm starting my life now, so therefore I gotta get this first, like, jump off the blocks. Like, was that where you're like, I gotta get in with a good company right away?
I was not nervous because I got it, because
Right.
like, you know, I would have been nervous if I graduated without anything. I feel like a lot of people right now that are graduating out of college
Yeah.
are having a real tough time finding jobs because
Right.
of the way the market is.
Mhm.
I would feel really nervous
And they
at
didn't-
that time.
And
if
they
I
didn't
was
have, like, a
them.
good internship or co-op.
Even if they
this week.
did.
Yeah.
I've heard it's really bad. Yeah. So that would make me nervous, but I was not nervous.
Yeah.
I was happy.
Yeah.
Got the job.
Yeah.
I have a kind of a funny story. So I was doing a final at my campus library in Boston, and I'm a big procrastinator. So this thing was like it was called a capstone. It was like, you have to do this to graduate. It was like a big, not just a final exam. It was like a huge thesis essay, you know, like a big thing.
How many pages?
I think it ended up being like something like 20 pages.
Okay.
But it was
That's
a lot.
big one.
It
That's
was
a big
lot.
one.
It was due at midnight on, let's call this a Thursday. And I submitted it, I believe, at like 11:50 p.m., something like that. And I was on about 60 milligrams of Adderall.
The Adderall.
I wrote the whole thing in one shot for like about a day. I was in the library, like, just like cracked out on Adderall, writing 20 pages. I ended up getting like an A on the paper.
Did?
Yeah, which is hilarious because I wrote the paper about procrastinating and why sometimes you can use motivation and deadlines as motivate, like how you could use deadlines and procrastination as motivation to come up with really like good stuff. So I was like writing in the voice of, I'm procrastinating this paper right now. Like, I was like really like, you know, sort of playful with it.
It's meta.
And I think the professor really liked that.
Yeah.
So anyway, I didn't know that I got an A at the time. So I had a job interview lined up the following morning in New York City.
Okay.
So I submitted this thing at 11:50 p.m. and my job interview was 8 a.m. So I was cracked the fuck out.
Did you sleep at all?
No. New York City is about a 3.5 hour drive from Boston. So my options were, I could either sleep for like 3 hours in Boston and then go, or just go.
Yeah.
I guess another option could be I could just go and then maybe stay at my mom's for like an hour and then go. But I just went straight to New York City. I was, you know, I must have looked insane. I drove my car. I parked like in Times Square.
Okay.
Like
I don't wherever you knew.
Yeah.
You didn't know. Did you know where to park? I mean,
I had no idea. I like parked. I think I might have got a garage, but it was like in Midtown. This office was in Times Square.
Yeah.
I got up to the building. The interview was like 8:30 a.m. or like 9 a.m. It was like super early. And when I got into the interview, it was this Korean, but like Americanized, like this like frat bro type of Korean guy. His name's Dan Kim. And he was like, "What's up?" Like, that's how he started he was like, "Hey, what's up? Saw your resume." And so I started the interview saying, full disclosure, I'm a little cracked out right now, so I'm sorry if I look a little. I said cracked out.
Yeah.
And I'm a little disheveled looking. And he was like, "Hey, don't worry about it, you know, whatever." And then, you know, interview went pretty well, whatever.
Did you tell him why? Did you tell him you
told him I was told him the whole story. I told him exactly what I just told
Yeah.
you, basically.
Dude.
And then he goes, so whatever. A day goes by, I get the job offer. I find out months later, he's like, "Yo, Alex, you know why I hired you? Because the first thing you told me was that you were cracked out." And I thought that was fucking awesome. So that was like my introduction to corporate America, is that, oh, these guys don't give a fuck. And I was doing cocaine in the bathroom with Dan Kim at work. Like this guy, Dan Kim, was a fucking psycho. He was
Yeah.
awesome, but he was insane. He was
He's like Matthew McConaughey in Wolf of Wall Street. That's
kind
what I'm
of, yeah.
picturing.
He
He's
was like the
introducing
Korean
you to your big boy life as a corporate guy.
Yeah, he was kind of like that. Yeah. Yeah.
Fuck yeah, dude.
So anyway, that's my
Dude, what a lesson to learn.
yeah.
That's so great you learned that young.
Yeah, I learned that people just want like honesty and like, and like a cool person to hang out with.
Dude, that shows so much like maturity, I think.
I don't know.
Dude, I stayed a
guess.
little bitch for much longer. Way longer.
What do you
Still
mean by
am.
that though? Like a little bitch.
I guess I mean, you know how like if you're a young person applying for, I don't know, you can see it in anything. Like a high schooler writing a paper to apply for a college, and it's just like a really bad paper because they're writing cliches, they're writing things that you think the person wants to hear.
Yeah,
and then you can conduct yourself sort of in that manner in an interview, or like, for the first several years where you're just like, what do you, I just want to be,
yes, sir.
I just want to be like, yes, sir, no, sir, whatever.
Right.
I don't even think I learned that until I turned late 20s, 30, maybe.
Learned what? Like learned that you could just be kind of normal.
Honesty, authenticity.
yeah.
Dude, that is like a cheat code for fucking
Big
life.
time.
And like people just, want to,
Yeah, I don't know if
Don't-
this is
don't
like an
bullshit
advice
people.
podcast. I don't think it is.
Oh,
but
sure it is.
Oh, sure it is. Okay.
Yeah, I used
yeah.
to
I mean,
ask that.
I preach that. I think that just be genuine, be honest, and I'm a little bit too trusting of people, but
Yeah.
I don't really care if people find out stuff about me because who cares? you know?
Yeah.
I'll be like really forthcoming and genuine,
Mm-hmm.
and if someone doesn't like me, that kind of hurts sometimes. But usually people like me, so
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
it's worth it because people want to work with people that they like being around.
Dude,
whether it's
100%.
comedy, whether it's corporate America, whether it's a
Yeah.
freelance gig, whatever it
Yeah.
is.
And once you start, kind of trying to notice or trying to be that, I guess you notice it so much when somebody's not.
Yes.
It's like you can just see it. But it's the same lesson as Shawshank. Have you seen Shawshank?
Of course, yeah.
I always like because with it happens in job interviews, but when Red is trying to interview for his parole, and
Right.
they show that scene several times.
Right.
He interviews and he's like, "Yes, I'm rehabilitated. Yes, yes." Or I don't want to do an accent, but he basically, he's, and they just keep denying him.
Right.
And then the last time, like when he gets it, is when he says, "Go ahead and sign your paper, buddy boy, because I don't give a shit."
Yeah.
And then they this guy,
He's learned his
he's
lesson.
learned his he's dead.
yeah.
dead inside.
yeah. I mean I guess that works. Yeah. They were kind of keeping him, in a prison cell, but but the point makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm with you.
When he was actually honest with him for the first time in that last.
He wasn't like doing it by the book.
Yeah.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah. Yeah.
But corporate America. That's so you still you don't like working, but it's
No.
good. It's good for now.
It's money. It's
Money.
the only way I've figured out how to make money.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, there's a few other ways, but nothing too crazy, like working has been consistent, but I hate the day to day. It sucks, dude.
What do you do? If you had to describe to like somebody search engine optimization.
No.
You help people find shit easier?
No, I'm more search engine marketing, which is like a small distinction, but it actually is a big distinction because search engine optimization is going to be boring. Let me make this quick. That's like this sucks. They've already tuned out. They've tuned out.
No, I want to
Two
hear
white
it.
guys talking
I'm
about search
interested.
engine optimization. Come on.
I mean, dude, I don't know.
No, I do advertising on search engines and also on YouTube and also
Yeah.
on like social media.
Yeah.
So I develop marketing plans and
Yeah.
and advertising budgets for companies, my clients. I'll basically tell them how much they should spend, what they should spend it on, and then
Okay.
I report the performance and make optimizations to make the ads perform better.
Hell yeah.
That's basically it.
Using data?
Yes.
Data analytics?
Big
You
time.
big Excel guy?
Oh, I love Excel. Yeah.
Dude, me too.
I write in Excel. I do everything in Excel.
You do?
Yeah.
You get what's the most advanced thing you can do in Excel? What's the fanciest thing you could do?
It's not that crazy. I don't know. I know all my formulas, but
Pivot tables,
yeah,
VLOOKUPs,
yeah.
HLOOKUPs.
Yeah, I could write.
You can write some code.
I do a little bit of web query work, but that's a little bit outdated now. You don't really need to do that anymore.
Okay, I gotcha.
Because of all the
All-
Power BI and like SQL, all these
you use
tools.
Power BI and SQL.
Not anymore, but I can. Yeah, I've used
Yeah.
a few tools. Yeah,
Tight.
yeah.
Tight. Well, we don't have to bore the other people.
No,
We're
yeah,
nerds,
this shit
dude.
sucks, dude.
Yeah,
yeah.
it's good. It's good.
I don't enjoy it.
And the search engine optimization stuff, that makes sense.
That stuff's
'Cause
dying though. That's a dying industry. Don't get into that.
Right, but it kind of hurt when you made that comment on Aggressively Chill about the name of this podcast and
Yes.
how the show will never grow.
You can't even
Because
say
it's named after suicide.
Well, you just said it. So, like, any chance of being monetized in the future, it's like it's dead when you say the word suicide, but you already said it. Yeah, if you search this show, which the name of the show is I Did This Instead of Killing Myself.
Yeah.
If you search that exactly into YouTube,
Yep.
I'll do it right now, but it gives you like a suicide hotline.
Yeah.
And I did this at my show. I do a show called Aggressively Chill
Aggressively Chill.
every Tuesday in Brooklyn.
It's the best show.
It's a fun show.
On a Tuesday, the best show in New York, I think.
Oh, wow. That's nice words. I appreciate that.
Putting it down here first.
Yeah. I'm going to do a live search right now. But I explained to the crowd that, like, your podcast is unsearchable and it's never going to grow anywhere.
Yeah.
And everyone laughed.
Yeah.
It was like a big
It was a
pop.
good. Yeah. I
don't know if I can recreate the
I should
moment.
try and say that on stage again. I don't know.
Yeah, you should actually.
Because I never talk about it ever
You
on
should.
stage. I don't like say.
Well, I
listen.
think if you just said the name of your podcast,
Yeah.
people would laugh. I have a
Yeah.
podcast called I Did
Well,
This Instead
actually,
of Killing
dude, when
Myself.
you said the name, it bombed in the room. The
didn't
name bombed.
Yeah.
So
Well,
it's
people,
whatever.
I don't think it bombed. I think people were like
what the fuck?
concerned.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So
doing it
suicide
right now.
hotline's gonna come up.
Let me show you. You're not alone. If you or someone you know is having a hard time, talk to somebody. Suicide and Crisis Hotline. I will say the image they had, they got rid of it. So maybe that girl that was in the audience who worked at YouTube like did something. It used to be the image of like this like.
Did you
kinda
search that in Google?
No, just in YouTube.
That's on YouTube, dude. You can't even find it.
That's what I said, dude. That's why.
That's
it was
why
so-
we're down to like.
Yes. Nobody can
viewers.
find your episode. Also, your name is very generic. David Baker.
It's got 2Ks.
It's got what?
2Ks in Baker. There's only one other David Baker on YouTube.
Oh, it's got
and
2Ks.
He's like
See, I didn't
he's
even-
like a travel guy.
I didn't even know it was 2Ks. I've been searching like the normal way to spell.
I thought we were
spell
close,
Baker.
Alex. That's some bullshit.
We're not that close. I mean, I like you a lot.
I know we're not
yeah.
that close.
No, we are. I'm just joking. That was a joke. But no. Oh, I was listening to the episodes.
Yeah.
And one of them, I think this was like probably 2 or 3 months ago.
Yeah.
So maybe this is why. But I was a little hurt
what?
because you brought up Aggressively Chill. You and Dan Wicks, I think, were talking.
Dude, I
Shout
didn't
out
say
Dan
anything
Wicks.
bad.
No,
Oh,
you didn't.
I'm nervous.
You
What
didn't
did
say
I
anything bad. Don't
What
worry
did
about
I
it. Don't be nervous. You're a nice guy. I like you. Stop being nervous.
Nervous.
But you and Dan Wicks were talking, and then Dan or somebody, one of you said, "Oh, we were hanging at the show last night, the karaoke after the show."
Yeah.
Aggressively Chill, Dean's show, and you said Dean's show, and I was like, "Whoa, well, it's
You know
Dean and
what?
Alex's
It's
show."
Dean and Alex's
But
show.
this was probably before we started even talking to each other.
It
I
was.
think it was.
It
yeah,
was.
so that's
I probably
fair.
just forgotten your name.
That's
I
fair.
talked to Dean
That's
already.
totally fair.
Yeah, Dean. Yeah.
Yeah,
It's you and Dean show.
it is.
You know what? I
doing it
think
for a
I'd be
long
pretty
time.
offended if our little Toodle show, if somebody said, "Oh,
Alexis's show.
show." Hey,
That would hurt.
Alexis and David's.
Yeah, and you do a lot of work. Put a lot
yeah,
of work into
damn
that.
straight. I do a lot of
Yeah.
work.
What the hell would Alexis do on her own?
Oh, I don't know.
Do you think she knows how to?
She'd be out of the streets.
Yeah, come on. Yeah. But-
Yeah, no, it was funny because I think the whole you were so nice to like bring me into the riff on Tuesday. I think because you asked, "Has anybody watched porn on VR goggles?" And I said,
You were the one guy.
"I was one guy.
You were the one guy that clapped.
Sorry, Mom.
No, I'm
Yeah,
very happy that there was
Porn
somebody
on
there.
VR.
Porn on VR. I've never done it, and I'd like to try. But
Yeah.
you were the one guy that said it. I
Well-
called you out by first and last name, which people thought was funny. But
Yeah.
it was
Yeah.
kind of just like a genuine reaction.
David Baker, and he has
Yeah,
a podcast.
he has a podcast called
Yeah.
I Did This Instead of Killing
I was
Myself,
like, that
which
was
you
the-
can't search on YouTube.
That was the most press this show has ever gotten in
Well,
a
it was
public
really
setting.
funny because everyone laughed, and I think people remembered it from that. So
Yeah.
they're going to have trouble finding it, but that's okay.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
okay.
Maybe you could change the name. Who
Yeah.
knows?
It's fine. I want to explain the porn VR headset though.
Please.
Because I didn't like buy the headset so I could do that.
Right.
You know?
Of course not.
It's an Oculus. I wanted to get an
Play
Oculus.
some games.
Play some games. And,
Right.
but I think it's kind of like an inevitability that like,
It's an inevitability. If
you're going to be sitting there alone.
I think a
You
lot of
have
people
the
are.
Wi-Fi. You have the thing. You're like, what is this about? And
How is it?
oh, immersive.
It's immersive. Is it better?
Yeah.
So if it wasn't like the hassle of putting this fucking thing together and then, oh man, what if somebody walks in the room and I have this headset on and I'm fucking yerking
I'd probably be doing it right now.
Yeah, right. Like if it wasn't such a hassle and you lived alone, let's say,
Yeah.
it would be a better experience.
Oh yeah, no
Because
doubt.
holding the phone, you got to hold it, your arm hurts. Whatever.
Yeah, I
You
mean,
know-
this was back when I partied pretty hard too, and
you
I'm
used to
sober
party
now,
hard?
but
You're
yeah.
fully sober now.
No, I mean, weed I'll do,
Okay.
but
California sober.
California sober, yeah.
Right.
But this was like a heavy partying. I mean, this was like Atlanta, yeah.
Yeah. So you used to get
So-
down?
Yeah, well, like late at night.
Mm.
God, this is bad. I mean, I used to be. Sorry, that's going. This
It's the New York City
it's New
heat,
York City
baby.
heat.
It's
I don't know if they
loud.
can hear it, but it's
Does
like-
anybody? Do you have a lot of like North or South Carolina? North
Yeah,
Carolina?
yeah, South Carolina.
Do you have a lot of
people-
South Carolina listeners?
Well, they kind of stopped tuning in when
Oh.
New York people started coming on. It's been dipping. So
Oh, boy.
like, but I'm never quitting this shit. So
Fuck
like
yeah.
people, yeah, whatever.
Or you might kill yourself.
I might
and then,
kill myself.
And then
Yeah,
it'll be
if I ever
done.
quit.
Yeah.
I follow through on my commitments. So I don't.
Please
fucking
don't do
know.
that.
I won't.
But if they don't know, in New York City, when we have these old ass apartments,
Mm-hmm.
and so when the heat turns on, it's loud, which
Yeah.
sounds crazy, but it,
What is it? Is it a radiator? Steamed heat from a central?
It's pipe heat, I guess. I don't
Yeah.
know what that means, but yeah, I think they like have oil or
Yeah.
something in the pipes or water. They
It's
like
hot as
heat
shit,
it up,
dude.
and it gets
There-
so hot.
There's no thermostat.
You have no control.
You don't. You
We're
can
living
kinda
in the
turn it on
fucking
and off.
40s here.
Right, dude. Today, I was showering and I don't know if it's TMI, but F it. There's one of those radiator posts in the bathroom.
Oh yeah, of course.
And I was standing
I know
waiting
what
for
you're gonna
the
say.
shower to get hot. My ass cheek
Yep.
was against it.
Burned you.
Right.
Yeah.
But it was like against it for like a second and a half probably
Yeah.
before it noticed. Because I think the nerves and the outside of your ass.
Not great nerves.
No.
Yeah, they're not like the finger.
They're really
nerves.
good inside your ass, I think.
I
But
think
not-
so. If it was on, yeah, if you put the inside of your ass on top of a steaming hot pipe in
You
your
probably
shower,
know.
you would know immediately.
probably know pretty quick.
Yeah.
If you, yeah.
Yeah.
Put your, yeah.
Unless
But
you're
anyway.
gay and they're all desensitized because of all the cock that's been in your ass.
Yeah.
Does
Yeah.
that happen? Does it get
I-
desensitized?
It might. It might. But
I feel like I said that like it's a bad. It's not a bad thing. I'm
No,
just saying.
it's not bad.
Is it? Yeah.
it's not bad. But
Right.
but the Oculus. So
Yeah.
I would go home and be hammered.
Yeah.
And like I was a bar guy. Like I would go out to bars to get laid.
Okay.
But a lot of times you don't get laid.
A lot of times, yeah.
So, you
Even
know-
for someone as tall and as handsome as David. It's true though. It's true. It's hard out here for guys.
You're such a hype
'Cause
man, dude. I love it.
If the equivalent of if the female version of you
Uh-huh.
went out to a bar, she'd be getting laid if she wanted to.
Any female gets laid at a bar. if they
Right.
want
So not
to.
even the female equivalent of you.
Yeah.
Worse than that would be
Dude,
getting
the female
laid.
equivalent of me would be hot, you think?
Yeah.
Like a 7?
I think at
6?
least an 8.
8?
8.
Oh,
I'm giving it.
dude, Alex.
Female equivalent?
Alex.
Well, especially like in a bar
Yeah, I
with
think-
the purpose to get laid. I mean, I'm thinking her success rate would be
Oh, yeah.
high 90s.
Yeah.
Has
Oh,
to be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
99.
So-
I think the only 1% would be a married guy with good morals.
Good morals. You
But
need
even
one.
that guy, you'd probably be able
He'd
to
have a
fuck him.
tough time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, very kind.
Yeah.
But
But
anyway, when you're alone, you're
struck
drunk,
out.
you're eating your fucking McDonald's. And
Is that
then
what you
you're
were
just
eating back
sitting
then?
at cookout's big down there. Whatever your late night binge food is,
Yep.
and then the Oculus is just sitting on the coffee table, and you're like, well, why not?
Do you remember the first time you tried to do it? Do you remember?
Not really.
You were probably hammered. So,
I mean, there's
yeah.
many times. The Oculus broke. The controller broke. So
Yeah, you got
that put an
you got
end
cum
to
on
that,
it.
into that era.
Because you do kind of
Yeah, I
like.
wore it out.
I've thought about this a little bit. I've used VR like just to play games for like 5 seconds at my friend's house. Like
Yeah.
I've never really actually used VR.
Yeah.
I've thought about like jerking off with VR porn because I do jerk off to porn a lot, and I'll see on the video on the sites
Yeah.
they have a lot of VR versions. So
VR
I think about it a lot, and I'm like, all right, so if I got this helmet on my head, like I'm just gonna be coming crazy. Like it's gonna go anywhere. Like I'm not really gonna be like you know what I mean? Because when you don't have a headset on, you could get
Yeah.
like napkins. You could like know where you're gonna come. You could, you know, you could plan it out. But like if you got this fucking headset on, you're in VR. Like the room isn't even fucking there anymore. You're just and you're jerking off. You see this beautiful woman. I mean, like, you're not thinking about where the cum's gonna go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
True. Yeah, you can't see where it's gonna go.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, you got to do a little planning. That's the downside. But you know, I think the biggest difference is it's you know, it's obviously POV stuff because you're in it.
It's got to be
you're
POV.
A character.
I like POV in general.
So the biggest is she doesn't move. Like you could look around and not see. Like she's always oriented to where it's like you're actually
if you're like straight on.
Right. But if you like looked at the ceiling, like you wouldn't see anything. You'd be like you're like in a room.
Right.
Which is kind of, you know, immersive.
That feels like
so the future.
I mean, I'm just thinking, like, do you think there's a guy out there? There probably is, right? Because there's a lot of guys, out there, right? There's a lot
of guys.
There's a lot of guys,
men,
a lot of guys,
a lot of lonely men.
Okay, and then there's a lot of people with VR, a lot of guys with VR, right?
Yeah.
So out of all those guys, there's got to be one who has figured it out, like perfectly, where you got the VR going. You got the fleshlight going, and you got like a hands-free fleshlight situation, like a pocket pussy on the wall.
Oh,
or something.
yeah.
And then you got the lady oriented towards you, and you're basically pretending fully. You might as well be having sex at that point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I bet you could search that, like most elaborate VR porn
Just like a
a Ready Player One situation.
You think like a feed exists of a guy like where the guy's filming himself?
Well, I don't know if a
doing
feed
it?
exists,
Pretty
but
embarrassing.
I bet you could find like, hey, this is my setup. Like,
I don't know.
Hey,
It's pretty embarrassing.
Like cribs. Like, yeah, welcome to my
I would love
sex room.
I would love to see if that's a thing.
If it's not a thing, it's gonna be. I mean, I think the more immersive,
it's probably not good for society and procreation.
No, but in some ways, it's a nice service to all those guys that are never gonna get
right,
dude. Because that's a sad
There's
thing.
a lot of them.
Yeah, I know. I'm worried. You know,
if you're a 5 or below, you're pretty much invisible to women.
That's a fear, dude. That's a
you're
real fear among
men.
men. If you're a 5 or below, and then as you age, like once you get 40, if like it hasn't happened. Whew.
Yeah, the whole 40-year-old virgin trope. I mean, if it hasn't happened by the time you're in your fucking 30s, I would say.
Yeah. You mean sex, or you mean?
Yeah, like I think people are a little bit too autistic about like virginity and sex, like meaning like if your penis has not been in a vagina, then you're that's what I mean. But no, I mean like if you're just not successful with women in general,
for sure. There's
romantically, whether it's sex or kissing or dating or blowjobs, whatever it is, you know what I mean? Like, if you've never had any of those experiences and you're 30, it's probably not going to happen unless you like pay for it or something.
Oh, what a sad thought.
Or you make like a radical transformation. I
wonder how many men in the population are in that boat.
I think it's a larger percentage than I would think, than you would think.
Based on how Red Pill takes off, you know, the movements that take off, there's something feeding that algorithm, and I think it's this crop of dudes.
Yes, dude.
Which really makes me sad.
It is
and I don't want to become one of them.
You're not going to become one of them. You're too nice a guy. You're friendly. You're
Alex, thanks, man.
You're charismatic. You're in
Thanks,
a
dude.
friendly way. Like, so you would never be like one of those guys. I could see you being friend zoned because you're very nice, as I have been because I'm very nice, I think. But then you get past that because it's like, well, then that's not the person for me, and
totally,
it's no big deal,
I think the friend zoning can be the most brutal if the guy's friend zoned and that's all he had his hopes in was that thing working out.
That's why you can't.
If you got some other shit going on, I was like, well, whatever.
Right.
I got other stuff I like to do, or other prospects.
Yeah. These red pill guys, they don't have anything going on.
Yeah.
They're living in the internet.
Yeah.
You can't do that.
And then the conspiracies.
Yes. And some of them are valid.
Yeah.
Some of the points
Actually, this is a question I ask guests a lot is, what's a conspiracy theory that you think has validity? One that you think...
Well, for sure. I mean, JFK was like pretty much proven he was assassinated.
To not have been only Lee Harvey Oswald. It was the CIA?
Well, I don't know the details. I'm not going to speak like I do. But like the CIA was involved with that. Yeah.
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 The CIA killed a lot of Kennedys, I think.
Fuck.
And they don't even like Bobby Kennedy now, the guy who's related to them.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, he's saying shit about the vaccine, and that's why they don't like him or whatever. But also, like, I think he's the first presidential candidate to not have Secret Service protection ever.
Ooh. too.
And they killed his family.
Yeah.
Do you know how many Kennedys died in tragic accidents?
Yeah, he should definitely have some guards.
Yeah.
but they just don't.
So that
They just didn't offer it, or there's
no, they turned it down. He's very public about it.
Oh, he turned it. RFK turned it down.
No. They won't give it to him.
Oh, they won't give it to him.
Yeah.
Oh, I see. Yeah, dude.
Weird.
What the fuck? Yeah.
And
they don't even care about like making it seem like.
Bro, they hate the
You
Kennedys.
think the CIA was smart? They'd be like, we killed Kennedy. We should probably give this guy some fucking security. Cause
They are smart, but the jig is up at this point for the Kennedy thing. I feel like
yeah,
everyone knows at this point.
And why did they do that? Because he was anti-war. He was anti.
He wanted to get out of Vietnam. And they didn't want to do that yet.
Man.
Yeah. And there was a few other things. He wanted to keep the gold standard, I think. And
we should have kept the gold standard.
Obviously, yeah.
God, you talk about
but
inflation.
they can't fuck with the money supply the way they do. If we did.
Yeah.
God,
so you know all about this shit.
Well,
I don't like talking about the politics, I guess.
This isn't
and
politics.
And a lot of times,
I don't think. Is this? I guess it's political.
Well, I like it because JFK was a Democrat and he was an anti-war, which I'm anti-war.
Me too.
And he was also pro gold standard.
Me too.
And like sound money, anti-war. I mean that helps a country be a lot better off.
I agree.
You know,
I think it's simple things like that we.
And people are
lost.
don't talk about those topics. That's what's.
Well, they're not understanding those topics.
And the economy is really all we should be voting on, in my opinion.
It's not their fault. The media has failed. The corporate press has failed the public of this country.
They're just like a rabbit chasing whatever they think is.
Well, they'll put stories that are like garbage, like are like reality shows for politics, and that's what they get people focused on.
Dude, you ever watch those shows?
Like reality shows?
No, you ever check back in with like
like news
CNN
shows
or Fox News shit?
I can't even get through it. No, honestly.
Dude,
I mean,
it's so crazy. If it's just on, like I've been home to visit
insane.
relatives and stuff, and like it'll
insane.
just be on and
well, Fox
But
News
even-
is the greatest. I mean, it's so funny. I mean, it's don't get me wrong. I am not like in support of like any of what they're saying. I'm saying it's
Hannity fan.
I'm saying no.
You're
He's such a
Tucker
dildo. Hannity is a fucking loser.
Yeah.
Hannity has the smallest penis I think that he's ever seen.
Hannity vapes. You know that?
I bet.
He's a big vapor.
I bet.
I like that.
I
About
bet. I think he's disappointed in his penis size. I think I read that on Hannity's face.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It could be.
Looks like
I think
it.
that drove him to fame.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's got
a flaccid penis where it's like, is it outside the body?
Yeah.
I don't even know.
Yeah.
Yeah. But anyway, Fox News, I think they're so overt about like just trying to fearmonger and get people riled up.
Yeah.
It's fucking hilarious.
Everything's an
Like,
alert. Everything's an alert.
everything.
Fox, like news alert. It's like
Yeah.
fire alarms. Like the graphic package that
Yeah.
Fox News has is insane.
It's like a slot machine.
It's
like
insane.
ridiculous.
Yes, very much so.
Yeah. And you could immediately tell when you're talking to somebody if they watch Fox News.
Yeah.
Because they'll start bringing up, they're like, oh, what?
Yeah.
Like I have some family outside of New York City, not much, but I have some.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the first questions they asked me, like when I went to the holidays, like when I went for Christmas, I have like this crazy uncle.
Yeah. Nice.
Who was like, how's the migrant crisis? How with all the busing
People
in
are
of
asking
these illegal
me
immigrants?
about that too.
I'm like, I don't see this day to day. I don't
neither.
know what the fuck to tell you.
Yeah.
And also in my head, I'm just like, this guy's watching Fox News every day. Like clearly,
Yeah.
like because he doesn't even live here.
Yeah.
And he's like more concerned with like the migrant crisis here. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
Dude, I feel totally out of the loop living
Yeah.
in New York City
Yeah.
when it comes to these current events that are broadcast on the news.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, because same. Like, I got a lot of college buddies that, great guys, you know. But I attribute.
Well, you're from the South.
This is judgmental what I'm about to say, but I feel like, you know, maybe, you know, a little bored at home, a little like what kind of action, you know.
As you get older,
maybe
you
I'll
get more bored too.
Yeah.
Think about it.
Yeah.
We're
Which is good.
here-
I'm not bored at all.
Well, I was gonna say we're here in the center of a lot of things,
Mm-hmm.
and we still could get bored. Like,
Yeah.
come on, like
Yeah.
to be in rural, and some people want that. They want their family,
Right.
whatever. But still, even if you want that and you
Yeah.
have that, it's still boring sometimes. Like,
Yeah.
come on, you're in a house by yourself, like,
Right.
That's pretty boring.
Yeah.
So yeah, you could get into like these like weird political like
Yeah, what's going to
mindsets.
make my life more significant?
Yeah, I would just
There's
like
migrant crisis. Like, dude, we're
right.
in the thick of it.
Yeah, exactly.
You know,
red
we
team,
gotta-
blue team.
Red
it's
team,
so
blue team.
fucking
It's
stupid.
entertainment.
It's
all.
so stupid. Yeah, it's like watching wrestling.
Mhm.
It really is. It's
For
like you have
sure.
to suspend disbelief.
Yeah, with a very small sliver of the pie that's real policy decisions that actually
actually matter.
Mhm.
You know what I think, and I think it's just like overtly like wild that they allow this. Congress stock trading, like making laws, and I'm all for like, hey, if you're a member of Congress, you should be able to invest money into the stock market.
Right.
Totally, you got to build wealth.
Yeah.
I get that. You got a family to
Yeah.
feed, and you want to like purchase ETFs or even individual stocks, depending. But why are we allowing Congress members to buy call options and put options?
Yeah.
These like monetary, like these financial
Yeah.
instruments that are like heavily leveraged right after they write a law,
Right.
before they even
After
know.
they've met with all the executives,
Right.
knowing who it's going to benefit.
Yes,
Yeah.
it's outrageous.
Yeah, Nancy Pelosi's crushing it, dude.
Her husband, and it's not just her. She gets the. I will say yes. It's
Yeah.
obvious that Nancy Pelosi's husband is the best stock trader of all time, and like that's just serendipitous.
genius.
They don't share each other's knowledge at all. But it's not just her, and actually
Yeah.
she's sly about it because it is her husband's portfolio.
Yeah.
There are guys in Congress where
It's just
their
them.
portfolio
Yeah.
is up like $100 million, and it's
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
this should be illegal. This should be
Yeah.
a prison of
Yeah,
like,
they're
you
all
should go to prison for this.
multimillionaires.
Well,
Which is kind of crazy.
it's
Although
corruption.
not, I mean, maybe not
Bald
that
face
crazy.
corruption.
Yeah, they. What do congressmen make? $200K.
Yeah, $200K, and some of their net worths are like $180 million or more. How is that possible? If any plumber or any like guy
Yeah.
was making $250K a year, but he had a net worth of $50 million
Yeah.
or $500 million, like you would be investigated.
Politics is such an interesting game if you think about it, because they're like celebrities in a way. They become like personalities, and
Yeah.
that's like what people try to build.
But it's like they
so
become
interesting.
celebrities, but they're boring. They're not even like
Yeah.
interesting.
Yeah.
Except for Trump.
Trump is pretty
He's
interesting.
entertaining.
There's some interesting. AOC, she's kind of.
She's entertaining, yeah, yeah.
Who are some other entertaining?
I mean, Biden's entertaining because he's just such a bumbling.
Did you see his
like-
address to the nation last night?
No, dude. I don't. I've given up on caring about anything.
I think he
dude.
confused Mexico and Afghanistan, and
I mean, I don't even like. It's funny to make jokes about, but like at this point, like
I mean,
he's clearly senile.
Yeah.
Like I feel bad.
it's-
I honestly feel bad for him.
yeah.
Like
I mean, we shouldn't laugh because like our
No,
president
I mean, it's
shouldn't
fine.
be.
we could laugh.
Kind of sucks. Our president's like not there. You know, ideally he'd be like lucid,
Yeah.
but yeah, it's just politics is so interesting. I mean, if you compare it to comedy, where comedy is like, you know, you're trying to do the same kind of stuff. You're trying, well, not really. I mean, you're trying to make good jokes and material and
Yeah.
art, I guess.
Yeah. It's pretty different.
But it's all about, yeah, you know, you're trying to like
But public speaking, sure.
gain influence
Yeah,
and
and
garner
influence
favor.
people.
and-
Sure.
Yeah, but God, but then you're also doing it under this facade of like it's for the greater good, which is it though? Like, I don't
Well,
know
are
which
you-
politicians are like in it for the right reasons, and what are the right reasons, and how much bureaucracy is there? Like, how
That's
much
the thing, man.
How much can you actually get accomplished?
That's the thing. I think a lot of them start probably with good intentions. I do think a lot of them.
Yeah.
I don't think everyone is like evil.
Yeah.
I'm not someone who thinks like there's so many. Like I think there's some evil people.
Yeah.
But it's pretty rare.
It's kind of
It's
cool.
pretty rare.
It's kind of cool the lower levels of politics. I kind of like that aspect. Like, because I have friends in South Carolina who was one buddy Tucker. Shout out Tucker. Tucker Lawson. He has a similar name to Tucker Carlson.
I was
which
gonna
always
say,
give him
wow.
shit for. He is a Democrat, but
Okay.
he was a lawyer, and he was in law school. And in time between, you know, his law school time, he would like volunteer for like young Democrat causes and like get on the phones,
Right.
and you're supporting a local candidate in a local campaign. And
Yeah,
there's a whole world of that where people are like, you know, trying to get jobs in Capitol Hill and like the interns and stuff. And
Yeah.
that's fucking cool. I mean, if you believe in these issues and you're trying to make a difference, I mean, to me, the grassroots of politics is kind of a cool thing.
No,
But
yep.
that's not what gets the press. You know, now it's like
No. And I mean, it is commendable to like want to
Mm-hmm.
serve your local area or your whatever, your state.
yeah.
And I believe your friend is definitely was or is in it for the right reasons. But like, yeah. that
And
never
I don't know if
right.
he's going to do politics. I mean, I think people get their law degree and it gives them options. I think he might just practice law. But
A lot of
it was just
lawyers
something-
become politicians and vice versa.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Because I've done, you know, some stuff in Atlanta and local politics. And
You have?
yeah.
What have
yeah.
you done?
Well, I I just did the phones in 2016 and like some door-to-door stuff. My friend, she worked for Senator Isaacson in Georgia.
What do you so you call you did for Democrats?
Republicans.
You called for Republicans?
Yeah, I don't mean to out myself.
Oh shit! I think you just did. You realize you're in New York City comedy,
I know.
right?
I don't give a fuck.
Wow.
I don't give a fuck. I went to a conservative school, but she worked for
conservative school.
Conservative politically, yeah, Hillsdale College.
That's a conservative. I didn't even know they had.
It's like fiercely independent. They're like libertarian. They like hate the government.
Yeah, I could get behind that.
They're like like libertarian stuff. Like I don't like big Republican.
Some of it's not feasible, but I do. The principles of libertarianism are pretty much good.
Yeah. They don't like wars. They like
anti-war.
Yeah,
non-aggression principle.
Sound money. Like the
gold
things
standard.
Kennedy was in favor of.
Yep.
But yeah. So like Hillsdale is known in conservative circles for being like. Yeah,
I can't believe
it was big on the classics. Like it was big on like Shakespeare. The English department was amazing. History.
So did you just call people up and you were like, "Are you making your kids trans?" Like,
no.
What were? Oh no,
what
was it?
No, you just ask. There's an election coming up. Can we count on your support for Senator Isaacson in this upcoming vote?
And Isaacson,
he died actually, I think, or he retired.
Okay.
This was but it was so cool because like on the election night, Senator Isaacson they have like these fancy election parties like in downtown Atlanta in Buckhead at this hotel. It's like glitzy, like House of Cards shit. So you get to wear a suit and you get to be around the senator like while they're watching the results come in, and when they win, he gives a speech in a hotel. Like you feel like you're part of the inner circle. Yeah, he won.
Oh wow.
Yeah, and then Trump won, and everybody was pretty psyched about that.
This was 2016. Oh shit. Yeah.
Yeah, because nobody thought he was going to. So it was
I remember I was here. I was in New York.
I
remember hearing.
I don't mean to be divisive about the Trump stuff. I know everybody has their opinions on it, but
I think Trump's a fucking bad leader. Obviously, I think. But I understand why people reject the people he's running against.
Yeah, he was an anti-establishment vote.
Yes.
I think for a lot of people.
Yes.
At the
people
time.
are upset, and I understand why.
People didn't. I don't know. I think
and people were and the people on the other side, the Democrats and the Hillary campaign specifically, very pompous, very elitist, and very like we're gonna win.
Yeah,
so
and I think that was the
they felt like the
ultimately.
underdog. Yeah. The Trump people felt like the underdogs that won.
Yeah, I feel like there were a whole bunch of people in 2016 that were like being lectured at why you shouldn't vote, and they were like, "Fuck you! Don't tell me what to do. I'm going to vote for the clown."
Yeah, that's the opposite of what you should do. You should not tell people what to do.
Right.
If you're trying to garner food.
And if you have,
I can't believe we're 44 minutes in and we're talking about politics.
I know, dude.
I don't know anything about politics, so I'm so sorry to anyone that's listening.
Me neither.
I just I mean, you worked for the Republic. You're basically a fucking Nazi. I found out today. I mean, my God, I gotta call my Antifa
I did the
friends.
Phones for Senator Isaacson.
We're gonna get Blackbach after you,
Newt
dude.
Gingrich, actually, do you know Newt?
Newt, of course.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know him personally.
Yeah, Newt was stumping for Isaacson, and
what does stumping mean?
Stumping. That's a saying in campaigning. I'm on the stump. I'm campaigning. I'm trying to get votes.
Okay.
So like you'll stump for your candidate.
Got
or whatever.
it.
So you'd stump for a liberal cuck Democrat.
I wouldn't. I honestly wouldn't. I've never voted in my life. I've never voted. Not a single time. I'm 32 years old. I've never voted or registered.
You should vote. It's your civic duty.
Yeah, but I live in New York, man.
Yeah.
It's never gonna change.
No, I'm honestly pretty moderate.
I've been disillusioned. I don't even follow it anymore. And I've told people I'm moderate, and then they go, pick a fucking side, and I'm like, oh my God, I'm nothing. I have no idea.
Yeah.
Whatever you think, I am.
You're a Clinton Democrat?
No. What?
I'd probably be a Clinton Democrat.
Like a Hillary Clinton Democrat?
No, Bill Clinton Democrat.
Oh, so
because Clinton.
So in favor of
15-year-old
girl fucking.
Oh no, she wasn't 15.
No, he. He was on Epstein Island for sure. Yeah. And he also banged his intern at the White House.
This is a good
what
question.
What a wild move.
I don't have a pulse on liberal America necessarily, or Republican America, I guess. Is Bill Clinton now been like...
Well, everyone knows.
Is he an outcast now amongst
No,
liberals,
I think the elite...
Well,
we got to look at it in two ways. You have the younger leftists, and then you have like the corporate Democrats, right? Like, and they both don't like Trump, right?
Right.
But the corporate Democrats, they're older, they have some money, and they remember Bill Clinton's campaign, and they were
Yeah.
like, they probably still like Bill Clinton.
Okay.
But the younger leftists, like, yeah, they know he was like some creepy old dude that was banging essentially sexually assaulting his intern.
Wow.
And then they blamed it on her. Like, not necessarily
That's
Bill,
so interesting.
but he lied and made her seem like a fucking like
Yeah.
homewrecker.
Yeah.
And then the public's reaction, this is how different people were back then. The public's reaction to Monica Lewinsky was that she was a homewrecker. not that the president used his talk about power.
Right.
Like, people get freaked out by a 28-year-old dating a 19-year-old now about the power dynamics.
Right.
What about the power dynamics of the fucking president
How
of the
old was-
United?
how
She was
old-
like 20.
No, I know she was. How old was he when he was in
his
office?
40s, 50s, maybe?
At least, yeah.
Gotta be.
Yeah.
Dude, what a fucking crazy move.
Yeah.
To be the president in the Oval Office getting a blowjob.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
crazy.
It's
I
kind
mean,
of.
there's obviously cameras. People
Yeah.
knew. Some people had to know.
I mean, it's kind of
day of, they knew.
baller.
It's a baller move. Isn't there like a rumor that he like put his cigar out in her pussy or something weird?
I think so.
That's
Or maybe it was
fucking
already put out, but
disgusting.
yeah.
All right.
Holy shit.
Anyway,
Bill.
I think Monica
Well, on
Lewinsky
policy,
was.
I think
I
I'd
just want
probably
to.
be-
I just want to speak for her for a second and say, or speak in favor of her. I just want to say, I think she was unfairly destroyed in
Yeah,
the
me
press
too.
at the
I'm
time.
Team Monica.
That's fucked up what they
Team
did to
Monica,
her.
for sure.
They called her fat too. I mean, she was
She
a little
was,
thick.
she was fat.
She was a little thick.
She was. I would. I mean.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, she's hot.
Yeah, we all would
Yeah, I think so.
on a weird night.
Yeah.
Right. Going pigging, you know? I'm sorry. I'm not a Republican, at least. Jesus.
No, I think on policy, I'd be a Bill Clinton '90s Democrat.
Right. So
Except-
you write
except
all
for-
those drug laws that ruined the country.
Oh wait, was that
that
him?
was Clinton, yeah.
Oh,
I don't know what I'm talking about, dude. I don't know.
yeah, he was anti-gay marriage too, so I guess not that one.
Dude, right? Yeah, I don't really align with
Um,
any like one person.
and he was pro NAFTA.
Honestly, if I had to say anything, it would probably be like Obama. But
Obama.
honestly,
Yeah, but he droned a lot of people.
that's the thing. But every president,
And he was kind of weak as a leader.
Was he?
Internationally? Yeah,
I
he was kind of like
guess.
a pacifist, and then but then he would do.
But
a
he also
war,
killed
and then,
a
like,
bunch
be
of
like,
people.
oh yeah, but I'm not doing war. I'm just doing drones.
I
Like
guess,
he
yeah.
was kind of like making everybody happy. That's why I didn't like Obama.
He was a people pleaser.
Yeah,
He is a people. I
yeah,
kind of
and
like
he
that.
kind of wanted to maintain.
I'm a
his
people
image.
pleaser.
I am too.
I'm a chameleon.
I'm a people
I'll
pleaser.
whatever you want me to be, I will be.
Yeah.
That's why I feel like I'm a good liar, and I feel like that's good for improv and being funny on stage.
You're a good liar?
Yes.
I don't think you're a good liar.
I think so.
I think you're an honest person. What
Yes.
do you lie about?
Well, in situations where the lie makes people feel better,
Uh-huh.
I think I'm pretty good at being convincing.
Okay.
So like,
oh yes.
you know what I'm saying?
I'm a good liar with that.
Yeah.
Very good.
To keep an even keel, to make like to be a people pleaser,
Like-
basically. Like if
That was a
someone's-
great set.
If someone sucks, and they're saying they suck, then at the very least, I don't feel like it's damaging to be like, hey man, look, if they're my real friend, I'll be like, hey, yeah, that wasn't your best stuff, but you know what?
Yeah.
That happens to everybody.
Yeah.
But if they're my friend and they consistently suck,
Yeah.
but they still want to do comedy, I'm not gonna tell them they suck, man, because that's so mean, dude.
Yeah.
Like, you know,
Yeah.
and I'm not gonna talk shit about my friend like behind his back or her back.
For sure.
But like, I'll lie to their face and be like, yeah, you're good, man. That was funny. Of course. And I think I'm pretty convincing. 'Cause
yeah.
I know I'm friends with a lot of bad comedians.
Yeah, dude, that's so funny. I was thinking about doing a bit on that, something like that.
About
Just-
lying?
Yeah, because I never lie. Never. I will
You said
always
it-
tell the truth, except for that.
Interesting.
Except to protect someone else's feelings, which
Right.
is almost the worst fucking lie.
No, it's not the worst lie.
Well,
The worst
romantically,
lie
it
is
could
like
be
Machiavellian lie, like to get ahead. Like to
Yeah.
put people against each other. Like, oh, did you hear what so-and-so was saying? And they're
Yeah.
like, you're making it up. That's the
Right.
worst kind of lie.
Yeah.
People are insane. There's some people like that.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I guess I mean it's really bad in a romantic relationship kind of thing.
Yeah.
If you start to lie,
That's bad.
like
I don't lie in my
everything's
relationship.
fine, but it's not fine. You
That's
need
bad.
to like fucking root out the thing.
If you care about the relationship.
Yeah.
yes.
And if something's bothering you that the other person's doing, you got to speak up. Like
gotta speak up.
I have not been good at that in the past.
Right.
But
Right. Like if
Yeah, you
she's
gotta say
gaining weight,
something.
you got to be like, hey, bitch, you're fat.
right.
That's
Get
what
your
we're
ass
saying.
in
You
the
have to call your girlfriend fat.
Do you think you can
No,
just
that's not what I'm
be
saying.
lazy
I would never do
because
that.
I said I'd be your exclusive boyfriend? Like, no.
Exactly. So lying,
Communication.
That's what I
feel
mean.
Like
I'm a good
huge.
liar. I don't mean that I lie all the time. I mean that if I'm forced
Right.
to lie, and then on stage, I think that helps because you're trying to be in tune with what the audience wants you to be.
Yeah.
So, oh, you want me to be this guy? I could be this guy for a second.
Yeah.
You know?
I can. Yeah. I feel like I can summon fake enthusiasm
Yeah.
to start.
That's
a
lying
show.
in a way.
It is lying.
Yeah.
But then it transitions hopefully into real enthusiasm
Right.
if they reciprocate it at all.
Right.
If they reciprocate it at all, I'm good.
If you get
And
the
then-
first laugh, it's like it's over.
Mhm.
All that nervous
as
energy.
as soon as they smile at you,
Yeah.
I'm like, this is gonna be okay.
Yeah.
I hope. It could still suck, but
Right.
you feel pretty good about it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow.
I can't believe what we talked about. I can't believe it was politics. That's so funny.
No, it's good. And
Is
we're
that,
not
is
done
that
yet.
okay?
I got
All right.
I got a lot
Okay.
more shit
All
I
right.
gotta ask
Okay.
you.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Keeping me hostage.
What's something?
I'm just kidding.
Actually, shoot, you're not engaged.
No.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Wait,
I
what?
mistyped this.
You thought I was engaged?
Why? You guys are so great
I'm
together.
in a very loving long-term relationship.
What's something your loving long-term relationship, Crystal, doesn't know about you?
Oh boy, real answer. I don't know. Let me think.
I didn't give you any time to prep for this.
No,
so-
that's okay. What does she not know about me? She doesn't know.
She might know everything.
You know, she knows a lot about me, dude. Let me come back to this.
Okay, follow-up question. Does it ever make you feel dumb to be dating a doctor?
Yes. She's not a doctor yet, though, but she'll be a doctor
Almost a
May
doctor.
9th. Yeah.
Yeah.
So very in a few months. Yeah, it does, because when she's with her like PhD doctor friends and they start talking about like the sequencing of the genome.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, I feel pretty stupid.
the sequence.
But I'm always able to like be like, hey, but like we still like pussy, right? And like my girlfriend likes girls, so like she's cool. So like we'll all laugh. Yeah.
You say we still like pussy in the
Yeah,
setting
and then
of other
everybody
PhDs?
in the setting of other doctors, and they're like, yeah, I guess, yeah. But they don't want to be. But
Wait,
even doctors don't want to be like a bitch, you know. So
Yeah,
they I think they like me.
Yeah. Are they nerdy?
Oh yeah, some of them are super nerdy.
Yeah.
Some of them are like chill. There's this guy Diego. Shout out Diego. I like him a lot.
Yeah.
He's like a brilliant dude who's got he's a doctor.
Yeah.
But he's like, yo, man, I just fucking smoke weed and chill. Like he's like
Yeah.
fucking super cool.
Yeah.
But he's the outlier. Like
Yeah.
most of them are like,
Yeah.
very tight wound.
Yeah.
Crystal's not really tight wound. She has her moments, but
Yeah. No, she
That's
seems
my girlfriend,
Crystal.
Crystal.
No, she seems great.
I think she knows everything about me.
Okay. Wow.
I think she doesn't know. She doesn't know a lot about my brother because there's a lot about my life that we haven't unpacked, so I don't want to like go crazy. But my brother is a heroin addict.
Oh, no.
Yeah, I haven't spoken to him in a few years. Not because I don't want to, because I've lost touch with him, and I don't know his phone number, and he's not active on social media.
Is he in touch
And
with any of your family?
No.
Oh
No.
man, that's scary, dude. I'm
I
sorry
know
to
he's
hear
out on
that.
the West Coast. I believe he's homeless or kind of like staying in weird like situations. It's a really bummer situation that I don't like to get into a lot, and
Yeah.
Crystal doesn't know much about that.
Okay.
So you know what? That's one thing. It's a super bummer answer. Should I have done comedy? Should I have been funny with that? I don't know what to do on podcasts. Fuck. I was way
I don't
too
either.
honest.
I don't
way
either.
too. I just made my brother out. That's not even a real guy. No, I'm kidding. He's real.
Fucking liar, dude.
He's
You
real.
fucking
He's
piece of
real.
shit. You
I should have
liar.
said something like, "What does she not know about me? That I'm banging her sister, her fucking hot ass sister, dude. Yeah, I have sex with her on Thursdays.
Who's?
I'm kidding.
Oh yeah.
that was
Yeah.
a joke.
Oh, I spaced out for a second, and then
She
you
does
said
have a sister, and now I'm like
that you
panicking
bang.
that she's gonna listen to this. I love you, Crystal. She knows I'm joking. I had to make it funny somehow, right? My brother's probably gonna die.
This is great.
Yeah.
All right. Have you and
Flip
Dean
it.
David ever been in a fight?
Yes. Is that a joke? Yes, many.
What do you guys fight over?
Oh, God. I mean, his relentless inability to get out of his own head. just constantly, dude. Yeah, we have fought many times.
Yeah.
He likes things to be a particular way about the show. I'm all for it most of the time, but sometimes he drives me fucking crazy. And sometimes I'm too loose. Sometimes I get it. I look like I don't care, and he'll when he gets mad, he'll be like, "Oh, I'm Alex. I don't care about anything." And it's like hilarious. I'm like, "Yeah, fuck you, dude. Why do you care so much?" So like
but Dean's pretty chill too, right?
He is.
He's pretty.
He is. But he could get pretty intense. I love Dean. Trust me. He's literally like, if not my best friend, one of my best friends. Yeah. And, we've worked together in comedy for many years now. Yeah. We put on many successful shows.
I love the answer.
Yeah, I love Dean David. But yes, we fight a lot.
That's the
we
sign
fight
of
all the
that's
time.
the sign of a good, healthy relationship. If you get on each other's nerves. Alexis and I are pretty close, and like we fight all the.
You guys fight?
Time. Yeah.
Really?
Yes.
What do you think is like what like
when she's a dumb bitch?
Really? Well, you wouldn't say that to her. You
call it to her face.
Really?
I'm just kidding.
What's the history with you and Alexis?
No history.
No dating history.
No dating history. No.
Okay.
Did you think there was?
I had no idea. Well, because you lived together, you both came up from the same area.
Well, keep in mind there would have been 3 of us here, and the one guy dropped out.
What happened to him?
Oh, he died.
No, you're fucking lying.
Dead to us. Fucking.
Really?
I'm just kidding.
What did he do? He dropped out.
Yeah, Cody Hughes. Shout out Cody Hughes. He's a fucking amazing comic. He's an Asheville-based comedian. Been doing stand-up like 14 years.
Wow.
Like he was a guy that we looked up to. Kind of like.
Got it.
I mean, shit. We look up to you guys. Like fucking.
No, dude.
No,
I'm 6 years.
6 years in.
Yeah.
I'm only 4-ish. Almost.
Yeah, we're peers.
Yeah, sure.
I took a whole year off during COVID, so I'm really like.
But everybody in comedy, you need those people ahead of you that have done it longer and shit. So he was one of those guys, and financially he had some, reservations, and he was like, "Yeah, I don't know," and he just didn't feel good about it, which I can totally respect. So
it was going to be 3 people in this specific.
Yeah, this was going to be his bedroom. So we're kind of glad that.
Good for you. Now you have more space. You could do this podcast. Fuck that guy. I mean, he's nice.
Yeah, I felt good enough about whatever the rent. I felt good about.
Yeah, don't tell them the exact amount of rent. Do you want to do that?
Yeah.
What's your
I
net
do well
worth?
Financially.
Yeah, what's your net worth?
I do very well.
Oh, okay.
I'm very rich.
How much is in the 401k versus your liquid assets?
Oh, well,
I'm just kidding.
I got a lot.
You shouldn't answer. Really?
I got a lot in other investments.
Oh,
yeah.
Interesting.
I don't care.
We'll talk after.
We'll talk after.
Yeah.
Sure, dude. Yeah.
Nobody's listening.
I'm very privileged. No, probably not, dude. Probably not. This shit is steadily.
Well, this is gold,
but
dude.
I don't give a fuck.
It's gold.
Though,
I like it. I think this is a fun time.
Yeah. But in terms of Alexis and me, like, I feel like we.
Yeah, what do you guys usually? What's the theme? I gave you the theme of me and Dean's arguments. Right. I don't care enough. He cares.
Well, this
kind
of overlaps too with your relationship with your not fiance, but your. I'm sorry, putting pressure. But like living with a woman, because you've lived with your girlfriend for 2 years now. So I had never lived with a woman.
This is my first time living with a woman too.
Yeah.
So it is different.
So different. And like I mean, I lived with an ex-girlfriend for like a month when she was between places, but I didn't want to live with a girl previously because of how religious my family is, and they would definitely ask questions.
They would see it as like, well,
living in sin.
Really?
Yeah.
Just living with her.
Well,
even if you're not boning.
This is different, and it's years have passed, and I'm fucking 35. I mean, what are you gonna say?
Yeah, what are you gonna fucking say, mom?
Yeah. They're fine.
Yeah.
But I'd never lived with ex-girlfriends before because that would be a little
premarital.
Right.
Yeah.
Premarital appearances. Yeah. So anyway, living with a woman for the first time, and I just a woman's moods I'd not been exposed to, and Alexis will sometimes wake up and she is fucking pissed at me for no reason.
At you.
Yeah, she's just giving me an attitude. I'm
giving you attitude.
Like, Alexis, we're choosing violence today. Yeah. All right, what do you want? You want a coffee? Yeah. Do you want a bagel? Yeah. Like, I'll get you something, but you better be nice.
Yeah.
Like, I will. I've started to be like standing up and being like, bitch. Well, I didn't. Not bitch, but
But stand up for yourself. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, we'll say vulgar words to each other.
Of course.
But like,
yeah.
But yeah, and then she'll be nice again, or like, I don't know.
I just can't
I guess
even
sometimes
I can't even see like what. I don't live with you, so maybe there is some stuff. But like, I can't really see what anyone would be upset with by you. Like, I really
That's
can't.
so nice of you.
No, but I just like, I'm not even trying to be nice. Like, I really like, you're very like even keeled. Like you're very like pleasant. I mean, maybe it's like a habit. Maybe if I lived with you, I would like pick up on annoying habits that you have. But like,
I guess I just
don't
pointed
know.
out things that she was just mean for no reason.
No, but I get it. It's living with a woman. You're right.
Yeah.
It is different.
Well,
and
there's
also, they're
just-
very particular about keeping the house. They have this innate
Yeah.
ability to keep things organized.
Yeah.
I don't know if you're like this.
I'm messy.
I'm
So
messy
there's a
as
reason.
fuck.
There's a reason.
And that's why me and my girlfriend will fight about that stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or like if I don't help with like,
Yes.
because she cooks sometimes.
Right.
So
See?
like if she makes, and I'm like not helping.
But
with
you don't
dishes.
have the motivation because you're not dating
No,
her.
we're not dating.
Right.
Right,
For
exactly.
me, I'm
But
dating
I-
her, so I have to like contribute.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure. But I do feel like it's nice that we're platonic friends, and because it's like it's good practice. I think of like, I don't know, because I wouldn't have to think.
Do you
want
wanna
to
get married?
Yes.
Really?
Oh fuck yeah! I'd like to get married.
Well, why
You
aren't
know-
you dating? Are you dating?
Yeah, I am. But
Okay.
yeah. God damn it! This is making me feel bad.
Why? I'm sorry. I don't mean to make you feel bad, dude. You want kids?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know if I want kids. And Crystal definitely doesn't want kids.
Yeah.
So, like, that's a weird
But do you want to
thing.
get married?
I don't know if I see the purpose if we're not having kids.
Oh,
Other than tax purposes and
I
like
think you
that
gotta
kind
do
of
it. I
thing.
think you gotta be all in. I think it's
Why?
good. Cause it's like we're doing life together.
But like, why would I do that if we could just do life together? Why do we
Yeah.
have? The only thing I see as a reason is the tax benefits.
Yeah. Well, I think there's something like cool about like, hey, we're in this, like we both signed up and we kind of are like pot committed now. Like,
Well-
and then we have to like figure out our own relationship within the confines of like a structure where like,
Well, we still do that, though.
I know you do, but like either one of you could always bounce.
Yeah, but that's still the case with marriage.
Sure, but it's worse. Yeah.
It's way worse. That's why
Yeah,
do
but
it.
you can get a prenup. And
Yeah,
like,
but those aren't even.
those don't even really hold up in court.
Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. But like a
Yeah.
lot of times they don't. Dude.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's not just.
You'd have to be real.
And it's not just like
sure.
a one-sided thing. I'm not saying like right now I make a little more money than Crystal does, but she'll probably make more money than me. She's getting a PhD from fucking Columbia.
Right.
So
Right.
I just don't understand. But
I just think
I
it'd be
will
cool
say,
to
I will
like
say,
create a life.
here's
with
what
someone.
here's what I'm worried about with the weddings. We're not in a place like yet. She's still doing the PhD. That milestone needs to get passed first.
Mm-hmm.
And I've told because people have asked me when are you guys getting married, like a lot, like you know.
Yeah.
But the reason is, including you, the reason is because she has to get past this milestone. We don't even know what career she's going to end up in, what kind of
Totally.
job she's going to get. So like, you know, once that stabilizes, once we know like somewhat what that's going to look like, then we could entertain the idea because the wedding's going to cost a lot of money. The
Yeah.
potential divorce down the road would be a nightmare and cost a ton of money.
Yeah.
Like neither of us is like financially ready for that, you know?
Yeah, for sure.
So I
That
just
makes
don't
sense.
really think it makes sense to just like force a marriage. Like we love each other. I have no reason to think that we're not going to be together.
yeah,
So why rock the boat?
Yeah.
I've also heard of marriages. I have a buddy. They got divorced immediately. They had a 10-year relationship, had a wonderful, loved each other.
Wow.
They got divorced 1.5 years into the marriage.
dude, that's insane.
Because I think one of them
That really
expected
depresses
something.
me.
Well, one of them expected something to change. I think that's what it was. They were
Mm.
like secretly not happy with the 10-year.
Yeah.
One of them was definitely happy with the. I
Yeah.
know the guy. He was very happy.
he was happy
And he was heartbroken when this happened.
Ah,
And poor guy.
yeah.
But
it's so
she was
hard.
looking for like a change or something, and then nothing changed when they got married. You know, day to day,
Yeah,
they had the big
yeah.
celebration, and then it was back to normal, and they got divorced.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh no.
And I'm not
I-
saying that that's the standard story or anything,
Yeah.
but like
No, I think when I say I want to get married, I definitely do.
you
I
want
think-
children though. That's the
I think
big
I'd
driver.
Want, I think
for
I'd want
marriage.
kids.
Yeah,
but-
I would want to be married if I wanted kids. Definitely.
Well, but not just that though. I mean, I think I'm excited about the possibility. I think I am really, really happy about a marriage that I avoided. And just
Oh.
a hypothetical marriage of like getting married in my 20s out of pressure because
Yes.
of I thought that I have to be married by a certain age or it's weird. Because
Yeah.
that's what it means to have a normal life. I mean, I had like this way of looking at my life as like milestones of
Yep.
like normalcy. And
That's good that you avoided
career and like whatever. And thank God COVID happened and I snapped and fucking started doing suicide podcasts. But like that's what changed, dude. But yeah, it was because you know, you wonder, you know, you see people that get married and have a perfect engagement little card they send out, and they have like all the trimmings, and you wonder, is it real? Yeah.
Some of it is, and a lot of it's for show.
A lot of it's for show.
Obviously.
Yeah.
It's all pomp.
So,
and
I would love to get
circumstance.
married for like the right reasons now.
Yeah.
With an awesome girl, because just the idea of that existing, where you'd have a kick-ass person you want to spend the rest of your life with, dude, how cool is that?
I have that.
You have that. That's
It's great.
amazing, isn't it?
It's wonderful.
It's amazing.
Yeah. It took
Somebody
a long
who
time.
literally knows basically
Everything about
about you.
pretty much everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No secrets.
I don't keep secrets from Crystal. No.
That's great.
Yeah. I
That's
don't think
real-
I don't think she's capable of
I think
keeping
that's what
secrets
real
from me.
fucking love is, actually.
Yeah, I think real love is working. It's that, and it's also like going through bad shit together.
Yeah.
You have to be willing to do that
Mm-hmm.
because they're gonna
Yeah.
come.
Yeah.
And if you're not willing to go through that, like if
Yeah.
it's not worth it to go through it, then that's not love.
It's so hard to simulate that too.
You
like-
can't.
like-
You can't simulate it.
Yeah, I had a short relationship here. It was like a month and change
Yeah.
when I moved here, and when things started to come up, I started to sense like, fucking bounce, dude, leave. And I
Yeah.
was like, no, I won't. I'll fight. We'll sort through these things,
Okay.
just little stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, I had forgot because I hadn't been in a real relationship in a minute, and this was like I both of us I think were trying, and like
Yeah.
when shit comes up that you have to negotiate,
Yeah.
it's like fuck, dude, fuck. You feel bad in your body when you're like, okay, I gotta try for this person if I want it to be something.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You gotta make sacrifices. You have to concede. You have to hang out with people sometimes that you don't want to hang out with.
yeah,
You have to. I mean, not all the time because
Mhm.
that's you're probably in the wrong relationship if you're always with people that you don't want to be around.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
like
yeah.
Crystal loves comedy.
that's
That's
great.
not like a coincidence.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm. I needed someone that was gonna like comedy.
yeah,
Because they would never be around me if they hated comedy.
For sure.
So she loves like offensive comedy and offensive podcasts and
yeah,
so like we bond over that
for
and,
sure.
And like you need. I feel like if your sensibilities are like comedian folk, like obviously
Yeah.
there's different types of comedians, but like like generally comedians say things you're not supposed to say
Yeah,
in polite society.
yeah.
So you probably need someone who has those sensibilities.
Sure, 100%.
Because otherwise you're going to clash constantly.
Yeah,
But I see
they're gonna roll their eyes
guys
at
don't
you.
think about, like men, we don't think about like personality. We personality, yes, it's part of it, but it's heavy visual. It's like, does she look hot? Like that's like number one for guys.
Yeah.
And then like a little bit like, is she agreeable? Is she cool? Like can we talk?
Yeah,
That's part
Does
of
she
it
have
too.
good social skills to
Right.
be able to hang in conversation with
Right,
people? That is
right.
such a
It's the biggest thing for me.
me.
I
Yeah.
don't have to worry about Crystal.
Yeah,
I could Crystal
yeah,
can
because
I-
that aggressively chill after the shows where there's people playing pool, karaoke.
Yeah.
She just hangs out. Like I
she's-
love talking to her.
she's hanging.
She's awesome.
She meets new people all the time. She's hanging.
Mhm.
She introduces me to new people all the time. Her
Yeah.
friends are generally very cool,
Mhm.
like outside of comedy. So
Yeah.
like it's
Social butterfly. That's a definite.
right. Yeah, we both are kind of
Characteristic.
extroverts.
Mm-hmm. Are you an extrovert?
I would think so. Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, no.
Well,
you
you
would be better.
I asked the question because I don't think you can know by how a person acts. You act extroverted, but I'm introverted.
What do
like-
you mean by that? You can't determine based on the way people act. I mean,
Well,
feel
I
like,
can fake. People can fake it. People can fake extroversion. I
Right.
guess is my point because
Right.
I like sometimes it drains me to
sometimes-
be in a social setting.
Sometimes being in a social setting drains me too, but sometimes being in a social setting fuels me.
It doesn't drain me if I really like the people I'm with. If
Right.
I'm really friends with everybody and
Yeah.
we're having a great time, it's
Yeah.
the best shit ever. And I will stay out as late
Yeah, I feel
as
like
possible.
at
I will
aggressively
never
chill
be-
at our comedy show, you're very extroverted.
Yeah, well, because
like
I
it
love all
seems
the-
like you're feeding
I-
off the energy.
I
of
do
other
love
people.
the people there.
Yeah.
And yeah,
I feel like
fucking-
introverts don't ever do that, or maybe my definition of introversion is like off. I guess it is.
Well,
It
I
probably
just know
is.
I used to nerd out on like personality tests, and I would always come back introverted.
ENFP. for
ENFP
me.
for you?
Yeah.
Okay, tell you, I'm an INFJ.
Huh?
Yeah,
I think. Yeah.
yeah. If you were a woman or I was, we'd be might be compatible.
Who knows?
Pretty sure ENF. Yeah.
I could be a woman for you. Sorry, David's mom, who
Yeah.
doesn't like homosexuals, probably.
She
I'm
does.
just kidding.
She
I'm just
loves the
kidding.
gays. My
Right?
mom's
Who
a
doesn't?
big gay fan.
Yeah.
Have you ever almost died?
Oh, wow. Yeah, actually. I don't know. Like, that sounds dramatic, but actually, yes. I had a pretty close, like, call one time. Me and my friends were in this place called Long Beach Island in New Jersey. It's the Jersey Shore.
Okay.
It's like the ocean.
Yeah.
We were like 12 or 13.
Uh-huh.
And we had gone swimming when the lifeguard wasn't there. And
Ooh.
I guess we didn't realize, but the reason that like you weren't supposed to be in the ocean at that time was there was like a really strong rip tide, like a rip current.
Mm-hmm. Oh, this is fucking scary.
So we
dude.
got pulled out deep, and we were trying to swim back. Like, and we're good swimmers. Like I was like I knew how to swim, and so did my friend Vin, and my brother Lewis was there, and Mike was there, and I think it was like maybe one other person, and we were like really fucking freaking out. Like it was getting to the point where we were like swimming as hard as we can, and we were not moving at all. We were getting pushed out further and further. The lifeguard stand was getting really, really small. We were like really far out there.
So all four of you?
Yeah, it's like four of us. My brother made it onto the rocks because it was like every man for himself. We were like in fight or flight mode. Like we were trying. My brother made it onto this like patch of rocks.
Were you shouting to each other?
Yes, we were all like really scared, like truthfully panicking.
Fuck.
And my brother made it onto the rocks. I saw him. He was like bleeding because they were like not rocks you're supposed to be on.
Is this your brother
like,
in Cali?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Heroin addict.
Wow.
He's not just in Cali. He's injecting heroin. Sorry, just to be clear to the audience. I shouldn't. My mom would hate that I'm saying that publicly. Anyway, what was I saying? So
You guys are fighting.
he makes it. No, we're not fighting. He makes it
your
onto the
life.
rocks. Yeah, we're
Yeah.
fighting for our lives. These two guys come over because I think they see us and they're trying to save us. They come with like this little like fishing hook, not a rod, but like a thing that you would like use for fishing, like a like
Yeah,
like
I know
grab
what you're talking about.
grab hold of this.
Yeah.
Came next to me and Vin, and this is the scariest fucking part. We all get stuck. So the two guys that came over to try and help us with the little rod.
Were they in a boat?
No, they were like, but they were in like scuba gear, like not full on, but they were like divers or something. Like they knew what they were doing. Like they were
Okay.
like experienced. Maybe they came
Yeah.
from a boat. I honestly don't remember because we were panicking.
Yeah.
But maybe they saw us from a boat, and that's why they jumped off their boat or something. And because they must have. Why did
Yeah.
they have this thing? You know.
Yeah.
So, but they get us. They have us holding on, and we're not moving with these guys.
Yeah.
And these guys start panicking.
Okay.
And then I swear to God, I don't know how this happened. This guy on a surfboard came over, found us, me and Vin. We were the two that were left. Everyone else like made it to like at least like the rocks or something. And he was like, grab onto my board, and he swam us to shore with his surfboard. I don't know how he did it. This is like the strongest guy of all time, or maybe surfboards are better at dealing with these currents. But we called him like Jesus on a surfboard. Like literally, it was like Jesus came and saved us. Like,
Wow.
and we that's the memory at least.
Holy
I don't know.
shit.
Yeah, that's how it felt.
So what was going through your mind when you
I thought we were gonna die. I thought we were gonna drown. What was really going through my mind was like, fuck, my mom is gonna be so fucking pissed. And obviously she wouldn't be pissed. She would be sad. But it was like we weren't supposed to be out there.
Yeah.
I've always taken like water very seriously after that. Obviously.
Yeah. God.
It's very scary.
Yeah.
That was the scariest thing ever.
That's crazy.
You?
How old were you?
I was 12 or 13, something like that.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Dude, I don't know. I mean, I've had a recent one
Really?
where I was driving to I had to fly out to a meeting, and I'm always running late for flights. And this was down in South Carolina, and I woke up a little late, and I was like, actually, you know what? I think the alarm, I missed my alarm. So I get out of bed, and I'm like, fuck, I'm late. And I go out the door, and I'm just, I don't know. I really am kind of sensitive about like not fucking up at work, because I know I have a really good situation.
Right.
They're so supportive. They look the other way on comedy. It's amazing. So like I just like, I can't be late to this meeting. I can't fuck up this flight.
Right.
So I'm just flying on the highway, and
Oof.
there's in Greenville, you got to get off this highway on ramp, and then you got to get on another highway, and it was kind of like an S curve.
Oh boy.
And it was in the morning, so it wasn't icy, but it was like slick. Like it
Yeah,
had rained
like the morning
a little
dew
bit.
kinda,
Yeah.
yeah.
So I don't know, I was probably doing like 90 or something.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought I had slowed down enough, and then I forgot about the extra curve. So I turned and then turned again, and the back of my car started spinning like this, and I was doing 60 or 70 by this point because I'd slowed down a little.
Yeah.
And and it was slow motion.
You were like perpendicular, like
Yeah, I spun.
Oh.
I spun off into the side, and there was thankfully there was grass and like a median,
Okay.
but up ahead it was all concrete, and back this way there was all
Holy
concrete.
shit.
And I didn't know what I was going to hit. So while I was spinning, I was just thinking, fuck, I could hit something and be dead. And I was like, and I just had to be like this.
You had to like give out. Yeah.
Yeah. And
Oh my
it was all
God.
grass. It was kicking up dirt, and then it slowly came to a stop. And I remember it was bad enough to where my iPhone, there's a feature that automatically calls the authorities.
Yes.
And it says on the phone, it looks like you've been in an accident. Do you want us to call 911? And I X'd out of it because I
yeah.
I was,
Yeah.
and then I got outside
Holy
and I was like,
shit.
fuck. So I came to, and I
Did your car even hit anything?
no,
Wow, that's so
no,
lucky.
very lucky.
Holy
Yeah.
shit! So you were able to you like caught the flight.
I missed the flight.
Oh, you did miss the
I
flight.
did miss
You were
the
just
flight.
too scared.
But
after that.
I was kind of glad because I had an excuse now. I was like, hey, I spun out on the highway. I got
Could've
a
just
little accident.
lied about that.
I could have
but-
just lied.
But you don't lie.
I don't lie. No. I'd rather almost kill myself and tell them about the accident.
Oh, it's a real story
I
now.
kicked the mud off. I thought the car was fucked, but thankfully, it was drivable. And then I parked it in the long-term parking, and I came back. The tires were flat. So
Okay, so like it did a number to the.
it did a number to the
tires.
car. The car was. It looked like I just done like one of those motocross races or some shit.
Jesus,
Like,
man.
yeah.
Do your
So that was a
parents know
recent
about
one.
that?
No, I don't think so.
Yeah, it's hilarious. Like you didn't tell your parents about that.
No.
Like they would absolutely want to know about that. Like or like they don't want to know about it, but like they would be like so concerned.
Yeah.
Like
You ever seen a car accident?
yeah. Oh, I've been
Yeah.
in. I've been in.
You been in them?
Of course.
Like a bad one?
No, nothing like I've never been in one that's like very serious. But
Yeah.
like yeah, no. You've never been in a fender bender? Or
Been in a
any-
fender bender.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. I've been in even like mildly more than a fender bender
Yeah.
accidents, but nothing like absolutely insane or anything like that.
Yeah.
I had my friend flipped the car. Like I've know people that
Yeah.
have like fucked. Yeah.
I saw a really fucked up one that was nobody died, thankfully. But I like this story. Fuck it, I'll tell you. So
All right.
basically there was a truck coming this way,
Okay.
and then there were kids in a car that ran a red light, and they
Oh.
went like this, and the truck hit the back of the car, and I was like on this side just like standing still at the red light watching this right in front of me, and it hit the back of the car to where the back of the car like was fucked and like broke and like it like was open, like you could see into it, like it hit it so that hard, and then
Fuck.
a girl tumbled out of the car, and the car hit a tree, and
Oh my
and
God.
this girl was on the ground screaming, and I got out of my car and ran over to her, and I was like, just stay still, like you're
Really?
okay, you're okay. Yeah. And she had like blood coming out of her mouth, and then the kid who was driving was like panicking. He's like, oh my God, I'm so sorry, fuck, what the fuck are we gonna do? And there was another girl in the car, and then the guy in the truck came, and I was like, Jesus Christ. I didn't know how fucked up she was from internal bleeding. She was like getting up and trying to like move. Yeah, so we had to
Wait,
stay
so
there and wait
you
for the
got out and helped her?
kind of. I mean,
Well, I
didn't-
mean, you
she
did.
Didn't need
Did anyone
CPR or
else do
anything.
that?
No, I guess I kind of.
What a good fucking
What
guy.
a good guy I am.
No, you really
What a
are
good
though.
fucking guy.
You are, dude.
Yeah.
I would have absolutely like been very intrigued,
Yeah.
been like, "Whoa!"
Yeah.
and then would have kept driving. I
Yeah.
mean, 100%.
I mean, it was like watching a movie in slow motion because I was here, so they hit right in front of me and then kind of went back behind me where the car skidded to a stop. And
Yeah.
remember, it hit a tree, and this girl was just screaming, crying, and had blood coming out of her mouth. And I was like, well,
You know what? Maybe if I saw that, I would have. I don't know. Because the New York in me is like, you see something crazy, keep moving. You don't want to get involved.
well. Also, it was 3 a.m.
oh,
I was
so there wasn't many people on the road.
I was coming home from something, maybe some comedy thing, driving back because we had to drive really far to get to shows there.
Right.
And yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, it's fucking nuts.
That's fucking crazy. I've seen live accidents. Nothing like that, though. That's
Yeah.
crazy. Wow.
Yeah, speaking of death, what kind of music would you listen to on your deathbed?
On my deathbed, I feel
I
like
just
it's gotta,
thought of that question randomly today.
it's got to be kind of like deep and emotional, right? Because you can't listen to like I love Blink-182, but I'm not gonna fucking listen to like, do you want to go to the party? And you're like dying. Like, I mean, maybe I do want to listen to that on my deathbed. It'd be kind of funny. Yeah. What if I just said like, what if I said like that fucking yeah. Somebody wants yeah. I just want that forever on loop. This is how bad music is these days. Imagine I said something like fucking mumble rap. Like nobody wants to die to mumble rap. Like even people that love that stuff would pick like they'd pick like a deep song from like Eminem or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
Or probably not. I don't know. I'm
like
not
a
a
meditation app, Sounds of the
or like
Forest.
Biggie or something. You know what I mean? Like you need something deep. So I would do like probably like Explosions in the Sky. You know them? You know who that is?
No.
They're like instrumental like post rock.
Okay.
They you know the movie Friday Night Lights?
Yeah, I love Friday Night Lights.
The movie, not the show.
I like the movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The entire soundtrack is Explosions in the Sky.
Woo!
You know that really nice guitar part? It's like really yeah, the piano and guitar.
Yeah.
It's really that wasn't a good rendition that you just did, but yeah. I mean it wasn't
I want to do
accurate.
it.
Yeah. It's like
God, that movie's so beautiful.
It's a beautiful movie because a lot of it is the music, honestly.
Dude, there's a scene
So
in
that maybe
movie.
maybe something else that's deep that I'm not thinking about right now.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what's good? That fucking song. I can't remember.
Dude, there's a scene in that movie I go back to where he's Mike, the quarterback. Do you know the movie well?
Yeah, I know very well.
Okay. When Billy Bob Thornton goes to talk to him at home and he's like, "Can you get the job done, Mike?"
Yeah.
He's like, "We're small. I didn't ask you for small. I asked you to get the job done." And he like tells him like how he's got to like take responsibility for his life and leave his sick mother and be like, "You got to get out of this town." Like, and
it's a fucking great scene.
yeah, because it's tough love, because it's Permian, and they're like, "We got to win fucking state."
Billy
like,
Bob's incredible in that movie.
Yeah.
They all are.
He's like, "Just take care of it." Like, it's like the worst way to motivate kids in some ways.
Yeah.
But he's like,
well, high school football in Texas is
be
abusive.
perfect. Yeah.
Yeah, be perfect.
Be perfect. Yeah. But there's like a beautiful lesson in
Oh
that
my
of,
God,
like,
it
not
is-
feeling sorry for yourself and like stepping up in your leadership role.
And it's a real story.
Oh God.
It's a real story. Booby Miles was like a big time D1 college prospect that got injured.
Yep.
And they were not supposed to be anything because the best player got
No one
injured.
win, put Booby in.
And then they went to state and
I'm about to
lost.
spin.
Not to give it away.
Yeah,
Sorry.
spoiler. They lose.
Yeah, they do
to
lose.
Dallas Carter.
Dallas. Yeah.
Fuck.
The red team.
The red team. Yeah.
But I mean, what a fucking movie.
Great movie.
Yeah.
And you're a big football guy, huh?
Huge.
Yeah.
Yes.
Who's your team?
New York Giants.
New York Giants. That's right.
We have 4 Super Bowls
Four
in
Super
our
Bowls?
franchise history.
Yeah.
Third most, tied for third most with the Packers.
Yeah.
With
That's true. We
yeah.
have 4. Yeah.
And the Giants in my lifetime have been to 3 Super Bowls and have won 2.
That's
And we have beaten the perfect 18-0 Patriots with
Yes.
Tom Brady and another Tom Brady team with Randy Moss and
yeah.
well, that was the perfect team, but Randy Moss and not Randy Moss, Gronk and Edelman and Tom Brady.
Yeah, you kind
So
of
I've
got the
seen-
Patriots number.
And
Very
both
interesting.
years the Giants were not seen as like a top 5 team.
I know. I was heartbroken because you beat us in the NFC Championship game when you guys beat the
The
Patriots. in
15-1
Super Bowl.
Packers.
Yeah.
We beat you guys both times. On
I
the way
know.
there.
I know.
But we beat the Brett Favre
you
Packers.
beat the Brett Favre Packers.
That was a little less
so
sad. I mean, it was
heartbreaking to me.
soul crushing because it's a classic Brett Favre.
I was at
mistake.
the game
Do you know,
before that.
Do you remember why you guys lost?
Yeah. We threw
He
an
threw an interception right away in overtime. It was
Right.
like the first play.
Yep. He
to
tried to throw it to Donald Driver on the outside.
It was a horrible throw.
Yeah.
And it put us right in field goal range.
Yeah.
Like, just threw the game away. The Rodgers one's even weirder because, like, we just blew you guys out, kind of.
Yeah. We were.
Which is crazy. You guys were
we
like 15-1.
Yeah. Well, I knew we weren't that good that year. We had.
Well, I mean, 15-1. You got to be pretty good.
but it was like the classic, I don't know, regular season high-powered offense. But I knew we were going to get exposed in the playoffs because in the playoffs you got to have a fucking good defense and a good running game, and if you don't,
You're right.
yeah. Oh God.
Sorry about that, but I mean,
No,
you guys
but
won one in the time that
Yeah.
in between. I think.
Yeah, I have 2 Super Bowls that I've seen the Packers win.
What is the?
First one was 96, and that was when I was a
wow.
kid, but I remember it vividly. And
Wow, yeah, I was too young to remember that one.
Yeah.
I started watching football in 1999.
Yeah.
And I'm lucky. The next year, if you remember, this is a very often forgotten Super Bowl. 2000 Super Bowl was the Giants Ravens.
Yeah.
And we got blown the fuck out. But
yeah, that was
we
the
also
Ray
beat
Lewis.
the Vikings 41-0 in the NFC Championship game.
Wow, I
And
didn't realize.
I
don't
fell in
remember
love with that
game.
Giants team. That I didn't really have it.
Who was the quarterback? Kerry Collins?
Yes.
Yeah.
Amani Toomer, Ike Hilliard, Jeremy Shockey,
Yeah.
Tiki Barber,
Yeah.
Yep.
I saw the Packers.
Jesse Armstead, Michael Strahan.
Michael
Sorry.
Strahan.
Yeah.
Shit, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, with the Packers in 95 and 96, we had just moved to Green Bay, Wisconsin, so we lived in the city. And that was
Oh, I
as
didn't
a-
know you
as
lived
a little
there.
kid. Yeah, so I was
You
in
grew
first
up
grade,
there.
first grade through middle school. So yeah, formative years of
Wisconsin.
Yeah, and then we
Mm.
moved back to Michigan. But yeah, dude.
When
that-
did you make it to South Carolina?
Well, I do sales for my job, so
Oh, so it's more a work thing.
I
Got it.
left Michigan to do sales in the Southeast.
Understood.
So,
So you're from more Midwest.
yeah.
You're a Midwest.
Yeah, but
kinda
I've
guy.
moved a lot. Like I've
Yeah.
never been in the same place for like longer than
Right, but you've been
post-college,
like
longer than 4 years.
you've been to you grew up in all the places I've never been.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, you got to check them out. Wisconsin's cool.
I
mean,
would love to check it out.
a good
I'm sure I'd have a great time.
weekend vacation is flying to Chicago on a Friday.
I've been there. Been to
Yeah.
Chicago. Yep.
And then drive to Milwaukee.
Never
Spend
been.
Saturday night in Milwaukee, and then drive up for a Packers Giants game.
Fuck
on a
yeah. I
Sunday.
mean, I would definitely do that.
that would be a fucking. It's like a Fenway type experience.
Yeah.
And
Fenway?
yeah.
Really?
Oh yeah.
Well, I mean, I went-
Lambeau?
Well, oh no, Lambeau definitely. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
I'm surprised you
Well, I
referenced
mean, it's
Fenway.
it's a stadium of
Like a
that
historic
kind of mystique.
stadium.
It's a historic stadium.
Gotcha.
It's been renovated. It's a really cool.
Yeah. I've heard
Yeah.
it's like a museum in there.
Mhm.
Fenway. I mean, I went to school in Boston, so
Okay.
I walked down the
I've
field.
never been to Fenway.
Yeah.
Is Fenway fucking legit? Like as a. I
Not
appreciate
like a
stadiums. I
museum like that,
romanticize
but it is.
stadiums.
It was built in 1913. It's like the oldest stadium, I think.
Yeah,
that's
that's
still
wild.
like the real thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
The seats kind of suck because they're so close together because everyone was so skinny back then. And like,
Yeah,
you know,
yeah. Lambeau's like that too. It's all bench seating with numbers printed
Really?
on the benches. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
They have club seating up top now. That's like individual seats,
But like
it's
most
all
of
benches,
it is benches,
which is nice when
Wow.
the games get cold because everybody's bundled and like the body heat of people. Like you're
brutal.
you're packed in like sardines, and they sell out every fucking game.
Of
which is
course,
cool.
yeah. I like the Packers.
But yeah, the
Never had a
Giants,
problem.
dude. I mean, I respect the Giants. I'm terrified of them. They have our number too. Fucking
we're always
Tommy DeVito
underdogs.
beat us this
We're-
year.
I can't believe we beat you guys. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Fucking Tommy DeVito, eh?
Ain't Tommy.
Fucking
Tommy
Salsice
DeVito,
Bono,
yeah.
huh?
I hated all of that.
Do
I
you
was like,
hate
this guy
that?
sucks.
Do
Why
you
can't we
hate
just-
Italians?
No, but I hated Tommy DeVito. Fucking.
I have family members that are almost exactly like that.
I got so pissed when they beat us, dude.
Yeah.
We had to win to make the play. We did, thank God, make the playoffs still.
No,
but,
I
like,
can't believe the Giants beat you guys.
Yeah.
It doesn't make any
that
sense.
was a shitty night, dude. I went to the
Yeah.
game with Cossack.
You were there.
Yeah, Zach.
And everyone's like, hey.
Yeah.
Oh, that must have sucked. I'm
it sucked
sorry.
because the game wasn't sold out, so there was like a bunch of empty space, and it's a drafty stadium. It's
and the
cold
Giants
as
and the
fuck,
Packers were supposed to win.
and we were
Yes.
supposed to win.
by a lot.
Yeah. And then
You know what's
Saquon
funny? When-
Barkley all of a sudden decides to try. and,
Yeah.
like, I'm like, dude.
When the Giants beat any team over the last 2 years, I just go on YouTube the next day, and the fan base is a meltdown. Whoever we beat, and last
We
year
lost to the Giants.
yes,
Fuck that.
it's hilarious, dude. Every single week we won, it was like, and then the fucking Giants, and it's like, all right, do we suck that bad? Jesus
Yeah.
Christ!
Yeah.
Because like last year we made the playoffs and won. Like when we
Yeah.
beat the Vikings in the playoffs, I watched those YouTube videos. Oh my god,
Yeah.
talk about
Yeah,
meltdowns,
meltdown fans.
meltdowns.
Yeah, dude.
But we were that year was funny because like we started 7-2, and everyone's still going like we lost to the Giants. I'm like,
Yeah.
at some point we're good, right?
Giants, I think
Weird
the,
team.
The personalities of teams are really interesting.
We're a weird
the Giants
team.
strike me as like a really like
It's a conservative
a
organization.
gritty,
Yeah,
like tough
blue
as
collar.
fuck. Yeah, they like
Yeah.
take on the personality of like where they are a little bit.
Yeah.
And they're in New Jersey, which is
Yes,
interesting.
yes.
You know,
yeah.
but yeah, just
Probably gonna cut all this
tough-
sports talk from the podcast.
no, I'm
don't
not. No,
you? I don't know. I
this
feel
is all
like
good.
everyone, like comedy people, do not like sports.
Well, I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, I don't give a fuck
We're
either.
interested.
Yeah, I am. I'm very interested.
Eli, you like Eli?
Fucking how do you not like
Eli is the
Did
funniest.
you see the clip that just came out?
Yeah.
Oh, so
It was
funny,
the funniest
dude.
shit, dude.
What did he say? He was like,
I'm Eli Manning. I'm nice. Tom Brady's the GOAT.
great. Psych! I beat him twice.
Hold me back. Hold me back. Yeah,
He's such a
not-
nice guy. Also, he gives so much away. Like, even while he was playing, he won Walter Payton Man of the Year once. And the reason he won is because even as he was like playing, obviously he comes from money.
Yeah.
You know, Archie Manning, Peyton Manning, the Mannings. It's an
Yeah.
institution. But even while he was playing, he would show up at like hospitals and like surprise kids and like you could tell that meant a lot to him to like be like a really good charitable guy, and he still does that. Like he has his own foundation, of course, but a lot of them do. But he really like he's a nice guy, dude.
Yeah.
And you know what? Like, obviously not as talented as his brother. I would argue better than his dad, even though for some reason people like to think his dad was. But his dad sucked. If you look at the record and his stats, whatever, he played in a different era. But Eli is one of the greatest quarterbacks of all time, and I will die on that hill.
Yeah.
And I know what you mean when you say he sucks. I get it. I'll talk to everyone that says he sucks. I understand. I watched every game he played. I know he sucked in the way that you're saying he sucked. But he also had this calmness about him that he was able to make it happen in the big moments.
When it mattered. Yeah.
He was able to not let the moment get too big.
Yeah.
They really did play against the 18-0 Patriots, and they really did beat them. And I know the defense was great, but honestly, like the second year that the Giants won, people like to say, "Oh, Justin Tuck, O.C. Umenyiora, the defense, 31st ranked defense that year. Look it up. 31st ranked defense.
Yeah.
And Eli in 2011, the year that we won the Super Bowl. I believe. I don't know. Look it up. He was close to 5,000 yards passing that year.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Dude, this is why I love watching the playoffs, because this kind of stuff comes out.
He's going to be a first ballot Hall of Famer next year.
Yeah.
And people, or in 2025, and people are going to get so pissed. People are going to have all their talking heads like, Eli doesn't deserve to. The sanctity of the Hall of Fame is ruined, you know?
Fuck
them. And you know what? Eli's going to handle it.
Two Super Bowls.
Eli's going to handle it with class. Even if he doesn't get in, he's going to handle it with class because he's that kind of guy.
He's so
But he's
good.
not even going to make a big deal of it if he doesn't.
But dude, I feel like that's when players establish their legacy is the playoffs, and it's so it's so.
He still has the
fascinating to
record for
watch.
most passing yards in a single playoff.
Yeah,
Nobody's touched it
because it's like
because he had to do it from the wild card round, but still he did
But
it.
to me, like what's being measured in the playoffs is like because everybody's good, everybody's amazing at their positions, everybody's elite.
Yes.
So like the difference is
who
can execute when they have the most pressure on their shoulders, and Eli's done that.
Can you not panic as a quarterback?
Yeah, these
That's
playoff
the biggest
games
deal.
are like wars, and
Yes.
like each one is like, oh god, the stakes, the fuck. I mean, when I was watching the Packers lose to the Niners, oh god.
Hey man, you guys have a great team with a really young quarterback and really young pieces around him.
Yeah,
I'd be so excited to be
I'm
a
very
Packers
excited.
fan.
It still hurts.
It's depressing to be a Giants fan right now because we have our future's very uncertain. Our quarterback's got a torn ACL. Who they're going to replace him. We don't even know who we're going to get. It's just like the fans fight
it's a
each
privilege
other.
to watch a team that's regularly.
Dude,
in it.
we're in quarterback hell already. You guys have not been in quarterback hell once.
Yeah, I know.
You've gone from Brett Favre to Aaron Rodgers to now Jordan Love, who seems like the guy. It's incredible.
I think he is the guy.
It's incredible.
He did throw a fateful interception, just like
Who
Favre
cares, dude?
So-
He's not Brett Favre. I saw people saying that. He made a mistake. He was trying to win the game.
Yeah.
Wasn't it like 4th and 10 or third?
No, it was a second down throw.
All right,
and it was
bad decision.
Yeah,
But you know
threw it
what?
across
It's his
his body.
first year.
just like Favre. Yeah, I mean the weight of the world was on his shoulders. A minute
Yeah.
left, down 3,
Dude, against a really good defense.
against a really good defense.
A really good defense.
Yeah,
He
I'm
pi-
excited about the team.
You know what, though? Eli didn't have those moments. Although Eli made those throws in his career, many of them,
Yeah.
and he made really boneheaded decisions. For some reason, he never did that in the playoffs.
Yeah.
Not once.
Yeah.
It's pretty remarkable, actually.
Yeah. Go
Yeah.
Giants. I even have a fucking Giants.
Really?
Yeah, I got it at the game.
Oh, wow.
It's just a souvenir. I'm not. I gotta have more Packers shit in here.
Yes.
Oh,
It actually doesn't look like you're a Packers fan.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, dude, we can ask some closing questions here.
Please.
'cause
Yeah, we're 95 minutes in, dude.
Oh shit. Okay.
I feel like I look like ugly because I've been looking at you the whole time, so it's like my profile. shot. I'm very vain.
I
That's
think
something
I
about
centered
me.
it today. You're vain?
Well, I think I am because I'm worried about how I look.
Okay.
That's vanity,
Yeah.
right? Yeah.
Who's a celebrity you hate?
A celebrity I hate?
Not really, but like,
Yeah.
I'm sure you wouldn't hate the actual person. Just qualify, because you're a nice guy.
Well,
Or maybe you do actually hate the person.
No, I don't really hate many people. I like almost everybody. I would have to be like a reality star kind of thing.
Joe Exotic,
Who?
Tiger King.
No, not Joe Exotic. A celebrity I hate. Oh, who's that? Who's that really annoying Snow White? They got this woman. They got this young 20-something-year-old girl to play the new Snow White, and she did all these interviews. She's not really a celebrity. So maybe I don't shit on her, but she was like so pompous, and she was like, "We're retelling the story without the cisgender blah blah," and it was like, "Oh my god, this is Snow White, dude."
Yeah.
No, not her. I'll say fucking Jerry Seinfeld.
What? What?
I just wanted to say that to piss you off.
He's my hero.
I mean, he is notoriously a piece of shit. Not a piece of shit. He's difficult.
Yeah.
People don't like him.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm
I see
kidding
what you
when I
mean.
say
He's
this.
older Jerry Seinfeld.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Least favorite
He's
celebrity.
a little bit grumpy.
Man, why is this such a hard question for me?
Because you're a nice guy.
Well, who's yours?
Bert Kreischer.
Oh, that's a good answer. Good answer.
Good answer.
That is
Show me Bert Kreischer.
Yeah. Although I hear he's nice, though. That's what makes me like.
See, that's what I'm saying.
I know
I'd probably,
personal
if
stories.
I met Bert Kreischer.
Well, I know personal stories of comedians I know that like he let open for him and like didn't have to do that.
Well, that's
like,
so cool.
Daniel Simonson, like he's a good friend of mine.
Yeah.
He randomly hit up Daniel and was like, "Do you want to do 15 at my arena tour?" Like,
Yeah.
just because he heard he was funny.
Yeah.
So like
That's fucking
that
cool.
sounds like a really nice guy to me.
Yeah.
Hard to, but does he suck at stand-up comedy? Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I want to qualify.
Is he a fucking fraud? Yes. Are all of his stories made up? 1,000%. Was I a little bit happy that his movie bombed? Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, I get why. That's a great answer. Bert Kreischer. What
Yeah.
about Tom Segura? I used to love the guy, and now he's like
Yeah.
a pompous, rich douchebag.
Yeah.
So I Tom Segura. Let's go with that.
Yeah.
Although I used to idolize.
It's
the guy.
weird to see the it get commercialized, kind of.
Andrew Schultz annoys me.
Yeah.
Although I shouldn't say that because I have a buddy who's friends with him, but
Yeah. No, he bugs me too. He's a little
bugs
cocky.
me.
Yeah.
and no, it's not just the cockiness. It's like I get what he's doing and it works. I get it, but it's so annoying. Like his whole persona is like being annoying,
Yeah.
and that's fucking lame. Like
Yeah.
I don't like that, but I guess it works. I don't know,
Yeah. His whole personality. Yeah.
right?
I mean, he's like cocky. I'm the shit, which is great, I guess. I'd like to be more like that, but
Yeah, I'd like to be more like that too,
I'd
but
like to be more confident.
I am turned off by it.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Christopher Nolan.
I've never really seen him talk, you know?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I just don't like his movies.
Yeah. A little pretentious. I get you.
Who else do I hate? And by the way, yeah, all this stuff, like, it's crazy. You're like a degree of separation away from these people.
I know.
So
that's
like,
the
I
thing.
don't literally mean hate.
No.
I just mean their public persona annoys me.
Yes.
If I ever met him, I'd be like, oh no.
Of course, you would be you'd be so honored. Yeah.
Yeah. I'd be
Yeah.
like, oh my god. Can I
course.
suck your dick? Can I have your
Yeah.
autograph? Yeah. If you met yourself from 15 years ago, what would you say to him?
Your dad's about to die. Because I'm 32 and 15 years ago would have been I was 17. So I would have been like, hey, this is the year it happens, buddy. Is that a good answer?
Yeah.
Okay. Just give me a heads up. You know, give my younger self
And
a
then
heads
what
up.
would you do as the 15-year-old?
Like, yes.
Dude,
no.
your dad died?
I
I'm
would
sorry
never
to
do
hear
that. Yeah. He passed away from melanoma in 2009. So I was 17.
Skin cancer?
Yeah, stage 3, and then turned into
Dude.
metastasized
Shit, man.
into the bones, and that's when his death sentence. They gave him 6 months to live when I was 11, but he lived for 6 years.
We're pretty close?
Oh yeah, I mean, my parents got divorced, but like, my dad was an NYPD cop. He had to go down into help during 9/11. Like he was like on call, and down there during the cleanup, cleaning up bodies, like cleaning up rubble. And
During 9/11.
Yeah. And honestly, part of me thinks that maybe some of that is related to why he got cancer so young.
Yeah.
He also did take the sun.
There's a whole thing
But,
that Jon Stewart does about that.
Yes. Jon Stewart's
The
what a solid
respiratory
guy,
damage
dude.
of the heroes that
Yes.
were at 9/11.
correct. Yeah, no, he extended it so that like as they learn more about it, people will be able to like collect compensation up to 125 years in the future. And the reason why that date is so far out is because like the science is still progressing. Like they don't really know like what's going to happen to all these people. Like my dad's already dead, but like there's a lot of people that were down there that aren't dead but have cancers or have gotten through cancers. And it's just like, so what they were trying to do was saying, hey, the window closes at 20 years. And like Jon Stewart was like, no, dude, what if this guy dies 10 years later? Like, what the fuck? You're not gonna like.
Yeah.
I love Jon Stewart, man. Oh
yeah.
I would vote for him for president.
Yeah, dude. It's
immediately.
hard. Like, you need an advocate to stand up in those class action type situations.
Yeah,
face.
You need like a celebrity.
Cause.
Yeah. He's an awesome guy.
Mm-hmm.
I love that guy.
Yeah, Jon
So,
Stewart.
my dad, good man, cheated on my mom. So not a great guy all around, but I got into comedy probably because of my dad. He showed me George Carlin when I was way too young.
Yeah.
Like, like offensive comedy. Like,
Yeah.
he showed me Howard Stern when I was young. And, like, we
So
got
that was
along.
your gateway into comedy.
Yeah, we got along through, like, jokes and being funny
Yeah.
and not taking life too seriously.
Yeah.
And stuff.
Why did you start stand-up? I should have asked this way earlier.
This is I think we're too long. I think can you have me back on? I have a whole story about it. But
Fuck.
you really want me to
dude.
do it right now? I
You
mean,
don't
we're
have to do
almost
it right
2
now.
hours in.
You don't have to do it right now.
I feel like maybe have me back on. It's like a
Okay.
little anchor. Or not.
Yeah,
I don't know. Do you not
sure.
do that? Do you never have repeats?
No, I definitely have repeats.
Okay, yeah. Let's do the
yeah.
comedy story. I'll tell you in real life,
Yeah.
like right after we hit record,
Yeah.
done, because it is an interesting story. But
Okay.
the short version of it is that I was working at my corporate job and I was doing well. I got promoted and like
Yeah.
I was just like, is this it? Like, this is life? Like, this is me at the pinnacle of, like, my life? This is me doing really well in my version of my life. And I just felt really hollow and empty and, like, sad. So I just wanted to do something.
We have similar stories.
I'm sure. Yeah.
But they've heard mine a billion times. Right. So, but yeah, dude, that's fucking great.
Yeah.
I
will tell that story. I just feel like it's going to lead to a lot more questions and stuff. And I just feel like,
totally
kind of sick of you. So let's just
that's
get
fair.
No, I'm kidding.
No,
I'm
you're a
just
good
kidding.
host.
I'm kidding.
You're a good host. You can tell.
I'm hosting your podcast.
No. You're not host, but you're. Yeah. No, that's a good instinct.
Well, I'm considerate
for sure.
of the listener.
Absolutely. No, that's what I mean. You're aware of. Yeah.
Right.
No, that's great.
But yeah, you got anything else on the list?
Last question.
All right.
What's a life hack you've discovered that not everyone knows about?
This is good. You could absolutely get away with masturbating at your corporate bathroom office. Just do it. You could just go to the bathroom and pretend like you're taking a shit for 20 minutes.
Yeah.
So,
but just don't connect to the Wi-Fi in the building.
Yeah, probably not. Yeah, but I've done that. I've definitely done that by accident, and who cares?
Dude, one time I did that.
Do you jerk off at work?
No, but I had opened up.
You've never jerked off at work?
I don't think
all
so.
the years you were in those offices.
I don't think so.
Wow, good for you.
Well, I was only in the office for 2 years, and then I was remote the rest of the
time.
time.
I think I did like 6 or 7 years in office, full time, like 5 days a week.
Yeah. What percentage of people that work from home do you think jerk off on company time? 100?
I mean, if they're jerking off, like, are we like these people? Like, there's some people who are weirdly not sexual and like don't like, some women say they don't masturbate. I don't know if I believe them, but like whatever. Like, for people that do jerk off, it's got to be high 90s. Come on. Like, working from home? Yeah.
Yeah.
Take a lunch break. You could, it's not even not allowed.
Yeah.
Take your lunch break and yeah, that's allowed.
Yeah.
This is not like the 10 Commandments or like
right.
Like, for some
I
reason,
would love an HR department to be forced to write a policy about masturbation.
You must not jerk off. Well, the policy would be don't use the computer for porn websites.
Right.
But that's not what you're doing.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. So life hack,
I wondered about the ethics
stuck
of vaping on a conference call.
I mean, if they could see the clouds, I guess that's a little tacky. But
it's frowned upon. But I don't know if it's fireable.
It just depends on the client.
If you're with a client, it's obviously unprofessional.
No, but if the client knows you, likes you, and then you know that the client
Yeah.
vapes and you vape,
Yeah.
like who the fuck
I don't do
cares?
it,
Right,
but-
but I'm just saying, like, it depends on the relationship you have.
Mm-hmm.
What I'm saying is, life hack: you can not take your job so seriously, and it'll be all right.
Tight.
Yeah,
Good life hack. Well, dude, this was fun.
yeah.
Did you have a good time?
I had a great fucking
I had,
time.
I had a good
Yeah.
time. Yeah.
Really? Are you lying?
Dude. Yes. I just enjoy talking to you. Yeah. It's fucking great.
Fuck yeah.
So, shout outs. We already talked Aggressively Chill,
Yeah.
Gold Sounds.
Yeah,
Anything
yeah.
else you want to shout out?
Just Aggressively Chill is every Tuesday night at Gold Sounds. Doors are at 8:00. We do the show at 8:30.
Awesome show.
It's
like
every
my favorite
Tuesday.
show to
Gold
go
Sounds
to.
is in Bushwick. It's 44 Wilson Avenue. It's a really fun time. If you're around Brooklyn and you're listening, if you're a comedian, if you're not a comedian, come hang out with us. We have a really fun, loose show. And we sometimes have really fun drop-ins. And David does the show. He will do the show in the very near future. And many, many times
I love
Alexis
you.
does the show as well.
Yeah.
We have really funny people. And yeah, that's number one. And follow me on Instagram at Alex Pischera. That's pretty much like...
You got a YouTube channel?
I don't have a YouTube. Well, I have one that's dormant. It's not active. I don't.
Okay.
But I was thinking
Subscribe to
about
that.
starting
Put some
to.
pressure.
Yeah, just look me up at Alex Pischera, Pischera. That's where I'll be. I'm the only person with that name. So
Hell yeah.
that's
Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for doing it, dude.
Yeah, man. Thanks for having me. Really.
No worries, man. Thanks for listening, everybody.
Once that dealing's done. Once that dealing's done. Ain't got no more boats to run. Once that dealing's done. Ain't got no boats to run. Once that dealing's